darker than before. Tales get strong with more blood and gore. Tales get strong, so guys will read it all. Tales get Podcast.
Welcome to Tales Gets Podcast, the first and still only Tales Gets Trolled podcast on the internet. I'm your Tales Gets Trolled veteran, Kris, from world-famous channel Expect Nothing, Get Less.
Yeah. Woo, plug that channel. I'm Andre from Expect Nothing, Get Less, as well as lesser-known channel, Obesis, and I'm also the most dislikable person in the planet. Woo, self-deprecating joke, yeah, I'm a hack.
Yeah, you're a foreskin now, Andre. It's not even natural now. You literally are a hack, Andre. A genuine hack. Shame on you.
Yeah, I know I'm Andre from. I got some videos out on Obesis.
Hell yeah! All right, Andre, it's an exciting episode of Tales Gets Podcast because first we'll start off with some Tales Gets Trolled news. First of all, Senpai noticed us, Andre.
Yes.
He
noticed you.
Me, I'm the most noticeable, I would say.
Yeah.
You you walk into a party and you see a hot blonde babe. You're gonna approach her before you approach her friend, Andre.
Right, so you're saying that, you're the hot blonde babe, while I'm the chunkier brunette that's sort of just hanging around to make her look more hot.
It's a very rude thing to say, but I suppose so, Andre. I suppose so.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I've accepted my lot in life.
Sorry, Andre. But, maybe one day you too will be followed on Twitter by the official Tales Gets Trolled Twitter, because that's what happened to me. And also, the official YouTube channel has commented on our podcast. So, I know who runs these things. I'm pretty sure it's all CC. So, CC, if you're listening, please come on the podcast.
Yeah. He's
really the true Tales Gets Trolled veteran. I saw him on a podcast where they say a random page from a random chapter and I'll tell you what's on it. And he did it. He was accurate. So I was like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
This is a real man right here.
Yeah, I can't do that. Fuck me.
I haven't even read the entire thing. I've read it multiple times.
No.
I can't even get close to doing that. So, CC,
yeah.
Open invitation. Get on this podcast. Number 2. There's more news, Andre.
Yeah.
We have over 1,000 downloads now, officially. Almost 1,100.
Woohoo!
Just on the audio version. And that's
just
not
on the audio version. That's amazing.
That's not even counting the YouTube views. So,
oh my god.
probably closer to 2,000.
That's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, alright. Tales Gets Podcast or Tales Gets Troll community is so fucking awesome.
It's true. It's been very
right?
kind.
I mean, you guys put food on our tables.
We're not making anything from this, Andre.
No, but seriously, you gave me purpose in life. I was adrift without purpose, without anything to do in my life.
It's true. You were literally a drifter.
Yeah, I was a failure before this.
Well,
you lifted me out of the gutter. You gave me purpose. You made me someone.
It's true. Andre was literally homeless before this. He was drifting around, only carrying his guitar, playing live shows for food. But look at him now.
I was playing. I like to imagine that I just get pelted with tomatoes, and I'm like, "Thank you, thank you."
That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Yes. I tried to get some in my mouth. Huh? Yes.
Yeah. But look at you now, Andre. You're on a podcast.
And I'm morbidly obese.
Epic. Now that's the true Andre cell phone right there.
Yes. Going 10 for 10.
10 for 10. Yes. Big number 10 right now.
Yeah. So, any more news? Tales Gets Troll or Tales Gets Podcast related?
Yes, but they're controversies, Andres. So, number one controversy, Andre's mic.
Yeah.
every episode, it seems. Well, not every episode, but a lot of episodes, Andre has wildly varying mic quality. This man just can't catch a break. Keeps getting scammed on terrible mics over and over and over.
Yeah.
And yet again, on this episode, we have a new mic, which sounds pretty good, but it has some drawbacks.
Right. So it's like a studio mic. So basically, what it do, it's effectively what it do with studio mics is that they drop the input value of it, or something.
Well, basically, you just have to keep it really close to your face at all times.
Yeah. But I can't do that because then I'm just gonna. I'll give you an example of what it's gonna sound like eventually. Is that I'm gonna scrape slightly against it.
Oh god.
I just did it. I just did once, and that's all.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna, bump it, and that's. It could have made for a funny, just, it could have made the meme still go strong.
The meme is still going strong. Still, got a weird mic.
Yeah.
But, at least it sounds good now. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Right.
I swear to God, if, I bought this from a job, though, so if this one also sounds like shit, I'll be very pissed.
Alright. You could probably return it if it's that bad.
Yeah. But I can't. Yeah, we got a 2 years warranty, so.
Alright.
Anything else?
Yes. Another big controversies. We had actually a lot of emails on this one. I implied...
You had a lot of emails.
Yeah. I implied that jambalaya is Floridian, but it clearly is not. It is from Louisiana. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry to all Louisianians who love jambalaya, and sorry to Floridians. I didn't want to imply that was your cultural heritage. So big apologies. Apology video, big sigh at the beginning. Apology.
I made a huge and severe and continuous lapse in judgment.
Right. So those were the controversies, Andre.
Yeah. Well.
Do you have anything else?
No. God.
All right. Well, then let's get into the chapter spread.
Did you just do a Keemstar?
Did not say let's get right into the news.
Yeah. I'm still fucking hoping he's gonna hang himself and say that before he does.
What are you hoping? That your fanfiction will come true? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Because it would be hilarious. Comedy gold, boy.
Suicide is always funny.
I mean, kinda.
Kinda. Always funny.
Alright.
Sick man on
Okay, let me explain this. Because I think about committing suicide a lot, but I don't think about it because of the present. I just think, wouldn't it be funny if I killed myself in this way and just traumatize these people today?
Alright, Andre.
I think my life is just gonna culminate in one big joke. Sick practical joke. Anyway, let's get right into the chapter spread.
Alright, Andre, now that you're done with your fucking Joker backstory, let's actually get into the chapter.
Yeah. Oh god, the shading.
Alright, so let's talk about this piece of art here. This is chapter 10, and it's called Silver's Plan and Tails Training, which is a terrible title.
Yes.
It's.
I mean,
I guess it's descriptive.
It's descriptive, yeah.
But this chapter is fucking based, actually. On the reread, I was like, this is actually one of the fucking best chapters in this thing, I think.
Yeah.
But I never remember it because the title of the chapter is so forgettable.
It's a fucking like heavy-handed just. All right, here's what's happening in chapter. No fucking, like nothing up to. I don't know.
It's not
It's
evocative.
Like, yeah, it's one of those run-of-the-mill sentences.
As an artiste, this does not evoke feelings in me when I read this page.
Yo. Are you stealing my thing? Are you stealing artiste?
I did. I just did, Andre.
Well, you fucking...
What are you gonna do about it?
Right, listen here, Edison.
He wasn't an artist. He was an inventor.
No, but he was the thief.
Yeah, but the simile does not work, Andre, and I'm putting you in jail for bad simile. I'm
putting you in jail for copyright infringement.
Should have copyrighted it.
Anyway, as an artiste, oh god, the shading. Fuck me.
Well, the shading just seems random. Let's first describe what it is. So, on the top, you see a thin line where you just see the eyes of Gary and the three eyes of Demaro looking towards each other with like a purple background, it seems. Then on the lower side of the panel, in a way bigger area, on the left side, you see like Silver with a pissed off expression and some fucking telekinetic energies on his hand. In the middle, you see a well-composed picture, I would say, where you have Eggman in the background with Elmer Fudd in the foreground, in the middle of Eggman's massive face taking up the background. You know, describing Fudd and his folly at this point in the story. Because as we remember, he's been kidnapped to resurrect Eggman. And on the right side, you have...
Is his hat getting bigger?
Fudd?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was always a big one.
Mm.
And then, on the right side, you have Tails in his defender's robe, looking off to the left, looking kind of uninterested. As he has done for many chapters.
Yeah, that's his default expression.
I know, he's just like, I don't care about this. This face.
Yeah, no, but Tails never looks interested. Like, even when Batman was telling his awesome backstory, he was just like,
that is true.
Cool. he doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Except when he does. But it's like, bro, this fucking comic is named after you. Care a little bit, god damn it.
Yeah, care. Don't you care about I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, you got any more comments for the page?
Well, aside from that, you're gonna talk about the shading?
Yeah. Oh God, what the fuck? All right, I don't even know where to begin. So, Silver's actually shaded pretty good. It seems like the light is coming off on the right side, but then there's like a bright spot in the middle of some shaded parts that's just sticks out.
Yeah, on this page with the shading, I'm just like, Laserbot, what were you thinking? Because the shading is just like random splotches.
Rorschach.
It's just splotches.
Yeah, it's like a Rorschach.
Put over the already drawn art to act as shading, I guess. Very confusing.
Yeah, definitely experimental.
I don't think he was trying to be experimental.
I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm a Laserbot simp, dude.
As are we all, but you know.
Yeah.
The art is not a strong
really
suit, as we know.
For Laserbot. Or actually, I might be a Laserbot incel because he refuses to notice me. If you think about it.
That's not what it means. Incel means involuntary celibate. Being a Laserbot involuntary celibate, so you really want to fuck Laserbot, but he won't notice you.
Exactly.
Alright.
Hey, you don't know how sick I am.
I do know. Alright. Andre, any more comments on this page?
Yeah, just one more comment. Oh God, the shading. Anyway, moving on.
Right. So yeah, chapter 10. I like chapter 10 because it's written chapter, and then clearly the 10 was put in later because it's in way clearer font. So that's good. Alright, let's move on to the first page here.
Yeah.
So continuing on from last time, it's good old Tomorrow killing Kellic with the help of his demons. And
with the help of Addy the demon.
Right.
I really love the art.
Yeah. It's on this page here, he's got the scratchy sort of style going, where it's multiple lines instead of the one clean line like it usually is.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's how I draw shit, so that might be why I like it, because it sort of makes me feel better about my art.
Okay. I think Tomorrow and Addy look pretty good there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about.
On the left side, so or the right side, I mean. So we've got Tomorrow, or Addy holding Kellic, and Tomorrow being all anime evil, being like, "You seeing that you're going to hell? Tell our Lord I said hello." Oh.
Yeah.
Very epic.
Oh, you are. Oh shit! He just fucking squishes him to death. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Addy just like squished him to death, cutting our friend Kellic in half. Now, this happens every single time. I feel like I complain about it every single.
That was the fucking end of the flashback.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
My fucking god.
It happens every single time, but this is the most egregious, because this time, it is literally 4 panels before the flashback ends. So you could have just wrapped it up, the last chapter, with the 4 extra panels on a page, but no. The Laserbot has got to do it this way. Crazy man. So anyway, we cut to the present, and we have Silver talking to the neutral friends, and everybody keeps referring to Elmer Fudd, but they call him Emler now. And they do that for most of the chapter, for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Silver's like, oh, okay, so that's how you got your powers. And then Cody's like, yeah. And then we cut to Rob, and he says his classic line, "What?" Iconic line. They're like, yeah, we remember this day, and we pay our respects to Porky's family every day on this stone we have in...
Wait.
What?
How the fuck did I know what happened to Kellic in Tomorrow?
True.
They weren't there for that.
You're
They weren't there for that.
This makes no sense, actually. I assume they just told them what happened, and then we, as the audience, got to see what happened to Kellic in Tomorrow. But yeah, it is pretty funny cutting from that to imply that this was all told by Coyote.
Yeah, because there's nothing saying anything about Kellic in Tomorrow, so
yeah,
fair enough.
But yeah, I was just about to point out that they pay their respects to Porky's family every day on the stone they have in their room. And then you see the stone, and there's like microscopic text on the bottom of the stone that apparently
I think it was actually written out as well.
It might be. It apparently says, "The Porky family, may you rest in peace."
Yeah.
I just found that funny that it's like extremely tiny, so it can't be that respectful. And then you just have Blaze opining, saying, "I couldn't become like you, having to hide my emotions."
Of course not. You're a woman.
All right, Andre.
Sexism.
Settle down. All right, and then we get an epic. Meanwhile, we cut to Tails training with Batman, and I've written here Batman with deranged line, where it says, "Sigh, you really suck at hand-to-hand combat. I won't lie, and this is way more challenging than I thought it would be. Full stop. To teach you hand-to-hand combat, comma. All right, I will teach you some more hand-to-hand combat."
Oh my god! I love the fucking frame of Batman, just the cape and everything. He looks cool, but that line. Fucking. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna try to read that out loud to see if I can rationalize this.
I just did.
Feels so good. To teach you hand combat, alright, I will try to teach you some right. It's so right. I mean,
well, this is what the comic is now, Andre. It's Laserbots with fucking long run-off sentences that often just repeat itself over and over and says nothing of substance.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious, and I love it.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't change it.
No, but to teach you hand-to-hand combat, alright? I will try to teach you some more hand-to-hand combat. Right. As far as the sentences go, like general sentences that we've had that are just fucking egregious and outrageous, this is pretty far up.
I mean, it's deranged, as I said in my notes here. It's truly deranged.
Yeah, but it's like coherent, but it's just because to teach you hand-to-hand combat, alright, we'll need to, like, to teach you hand-to-hand combat, alright, we'll have to train even harder. Like, it's...
Yeah, that's what you should say. Just, you gotta train harder or something. But he on the next page...
Laserbot is a fucking visionary.
Right. On the next page, he gives some more explanation Batman does. But, yeah. Any more on this page?
On this page, no. Aside from that, I really like the image of Batman, where he's just still standing. Oops, okay.
Yeah, the cape looks cool. His face looks pretty derpy. His mouth is just a straight line, which looks pretty funny, and the bat looks fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's true. The bat looks like a fucking dove with a penis.
I was just gonna say that. It looks like a penis with wings.
Yeah.
With the balls, of course.
Yes.
Alright, let's move on to page 2. So, this line is also crazy. So he says, Tails, the reason why you're not good at hand-to-hand combat is symbol. Miswriting simple. And then it says, you're just swinging crazy. You're not keeping your eye on your opponent. You're not reading their movements. And you're not reacting fast to their attacks. Using the wrong your and their in the same sentence. I mean, he used the right your one time, or 2 times, when he said your opponent and your eye. But he used the same your for every your in that sentence.
Yeah.
And he used there as in over there and not... their property.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
So yeah.
What do you think food sex training was for?
Right. So he says, basically, you've got to utilize Woodstock's training to, dodge all the moves, not just run into his fist, I guess. And then Tails is like, oh, okay.
Well, what I like is that apparently, so the insinuation is that Tails never even thought about dodging anything. Apparently he thought it was just tank shit.
That is what's implied. You see him when we first cut back to Tails, he's completely fucked up. He's got like bruises and he's bleeding from his mouth even. So he's been beat up. He heals pretty fast though, he's already stopped bleeding.
Yeah.
And
but also follow-up question. He can dodge bullets. How fucking did he just forget how to dodge immediately?
I just didn't think of it. Because as you see now, he's like, oh yeah, you're right. And then we get a fight scene. Where
holy shit, I could dodge fucking punches. That's right.
Right.
The revelation.
So Batman's like, alright, let's go again. So Tails charges at him, goes for a kick. Batman dodges it, moving his head backwards. And then Batman tries to kick him, but Tails manages to dodge that by, it looks like, grabbing Batman's foot. And so
with his really long macaroni arm.
Right. And then you get a zoom in on Batman's face with him doing the rock eyebrow, it looks like, being like, whoa. And then we get a frame of just black something. I don't know what that's supposed to imply. I assume his fist? Punching? Batman.
Yeah, no, it is his fist. Yeah, it is his fist.
And then Tails flies over that, dodges it. And then Tails tries to use the force of his flight to punch into Batman, Superman style, but Batman dodges it. And he comes back flying around trying to punch him again. But Batman stops him.
Who the fuck do you think you are, the Superman? And he's fought that guy way too many times.
Well, we don't know. We haven't heard of Superman in the Tails Gets Trolled universe.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, either he's going to be an indestructible force of nature, or they've killed him with kryptonite already.
Yeah.
One or the other.
So yeah, Batman manages to stop Tails, and he says, "Wait." And then we get a really fucking derpy frame of Tails' face, where he looks like maybe got a couple too many chromosomes. And he says, "Oh."
Well, I mean, that's
very
ableist, making fun of retards.
Not that I'm making fun of them. I'm just saying Tails looks off-model on this picture here.
Sure. Anyway, go on.
He says, "I'm starting to get this." And then Batman's like, "Holy shit, this guy is something special, because I just told him what was wrong and he fixed it right away." So
he's a savant. What the fuck?
Right. It's implied that that's why Tails is the chosen one. It's because he's a really fast learner.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else, Andre?
Not really.
Right. Let's move on to the next page. So Batman's like, "Okay, I want to teach you something else that might help you." And Tails like, "What's that?" Batman says, "Bloody knuckles." So Tails like, "What? What will that help me with?" And Batman says, "Bloody knuckles is a simple way to straighten one's fist by hitting each other's fist, and also hitting hard suffuses. So I want you to punch my hand as many times as you can." Now, disregarding the fucking completely deranged training methods that is.
I was just about to point that out. Because, I mean, you've done karate, I've done, like, boxing, Muay Thai, and a lot of shit.
Right.
There's no fucking method for straightening your fist at all.
Okay, but it's clear he meant strengthen your fist, not straighten your fist.
Oh shit! That yeah.
And also,
I mean, he spelled straighten correctly, so you know that's just sort of fucking.
It's the same thing he did when he said, "It's no quintessence that we met here today." It's supposed to be a coincidence. Also, hitting hard suffuses, supposed to be surfaces, clearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you could strengthen your fist by hitting wood or something, but hitting each other's fists is kind of an insane way to do that.
Absolutely retarded.
Yeah, but you know, I wouldn't want to go against Batman. You know, Batman's got all the combat experience, so maybe he knows things better than I.
Yeah, have you read a Batman comic? He knows 127 martial arts. There's every martial art on the planet, and he's a master of all of them. And he got.
Yeah, you're just dying while saying that.
Yeah, because the power of Batman is so strong.
Alright, so we get an epic meanwhile.
Woo!
Again.
2 for 1 chapter. That's amazing.
This chapter is fucking full, man. There's like 7.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the good shit.
So we just cut to Alex doing basically exactly what you did right now. Just being like, "This is freaking awesome. He's still at it." Gary also comments on it, saying, "Ahaha, noob, baity."
The fuck does that even mean?
Still don't know what he's used noob, baity many times in the comic. Is this a thing people say? What does it mean?
I've never fucking heard it.
Me neither.
My exposure to noob Barry is from Teskit's podcast.
I've been on, Tumblr and DeviantArt and 4chan and all the places Laserbot would post his pages, but I've never seen Noob Baddie, but
maybe he's just trying to get it over.
this is
Like you did in fucking School of Folk days.
Oh, I got so much shit over that
yeah, like the elevator dance,
the iconic Scoobly Woobly. Yeah, it was my schooling days. I was I don't know. I got this idea into my brain that I was like, I'm gonna make shit popular, and everybody's gonna be doing these things, and it worked. First, I tried to get over my catchphrase. I tried to get over Scoobly Woobly as a catchphrase. So all the time, I would just like shrug and be like Scoobly Woobly, and
okay, you never really went into the details, but that's awesome.
Right. So I would shrug and go Scoobly Woobly, and I would do it so often that like when I entered the room, people like look at me expectantly, wanting me to be like, "Oh, is he gonna say it?" Like the fucking Bart Simpson meme. It's like, say the line, and I go Scoobly Woobly, and everybody's like, "Yeah." So yeah, that's how we got the phrase Scoobly Woobly over. I also had the elevator dance, in which there was a tiny elevator, which went up one floor, but the floor was literally like 5 meters. There's some stairs right next to the elevator, so you could just walk up there and it would be way faster. But and the elevator was clearly for disabled people. But in any case,
you are disabled, so
right. So we used to ride the elevator, me and my a group of friends, and I came up with the elevator dance, which was a song and dance that would perfectly line up from when you pressed the button till the doors would open. And it went like elevator dance, elevator dance, elevator dance, elevator dance. Let's go up, let's go down, let's go stop, elevator dance. And then the doors would open. And that got so popular that people would line up to get into the elevators after lunch just to do the elevator dance. And I'm like, shit, man, this used to be our thing. This used to be our cool thing, but now it's gone fucking mainstream, and it's bad. So, yeah, those are
hipster.
So, yes, I am. So those are some of my adventures of getting shit over.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the comic.
Yes.
So yeah, Noob Baddie. So it cuts to the Troll King and what he's been doing all this time, and it's beating up Fudd, torturing him, being like, my well, yes. But okay, here's some I've said before that a Laserbot sounds like he is a foreigner writing English, because this first line Troll King says here, it's like, I can understand what you're saying, but this literally sounds like this literally sounds like a foreigner trying to grasp the English language. He says, "You see, there is no options for you to make here." It's like, okay, yes, I know what you're trying to say, but it's a bit wrong. And then he's like, "You could do as I say, or continue to be hit by my fist, and I've broken harder objects than your face before."
I mean, fucking cold ass line, but still, what the fuck, man?
Just that weird phrasing of, there's no options for you to make here. Strange. And also hit by my fist.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Then again, like, I thought it was Latino or some shit, because taking Spanish, that's kind of how the language is structured. It's just, if you translate most of like Spanish or Mexican or whatever, like one word is usually 2 words and shit.
Right. That's with a lot of languages, though. Yeah, I guess so. It's just really descriptive. Never mind. I just try to pretend to be a language expert. I'm the linguist here, Andre. Get back in your box.
Yeah, the box of being a fucking underappreciated retail worker that hasn't done anything with his life.
The underappreciated what?
Retail worker that hasn't done anything with his life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's accurate. What?
That was not even self-deprecating. That was just sad.
It was. Yeah, what was it? What were you gonna say?
One of my co-workers is gonna start listening to the podcast. So big shout out to him and his black metal band Uburen.
Black metal band.
Yeah, he's in the black metal band. He plays the drums.
Oh wow, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. But he was like, because he asked me, yeah, what are you buying the mic for? I'm doing a podcast. Wait, really? You never told me this. Like, motherfucker, I've told you 5 times. But it was more like in passing, so I guess it just didn't register. But then it was like, well, I gotta listen to this shit.
Well, shut
So
up.
I had to sort of explain the concept of Tails gets trolled in. Which is always...
No easy feat.
Which is always... No, thankfully he's my age, so you know.
Right.
It shouldn't be too hard, but still.
Well, shout outs, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sponsor us.
But yeah, so Fud's retort is just, I want that rabbit, looking real fucked up, bruises all over his faces, and here's another weird line, the foreign line, where it's like, your zombies are safe by Hindo, and that's the way it's gonna stay. So yeah,
That's not too bad.
your zombies are safe by Hindo. Should be, your zombies are, kept in a safe location by Hindo or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Not just safe by Hindo. It sounds like, I go to university with the Japanese people, and I have some English classes with them, and it sounds like them speaking English, basically. Where it's like English has so many, like, small words that you gotta put into a sentence to make it make sense.
Yeah.
So, they always often take off that. That's what I'm saying. This is like foreigner English right here. But yeah, he also reveals that he kidnapped Justin Bieber. And
oh my god, I get it.
Oh, you want to read what they did to him?
You want to know what we did to him? We cut off his penis, and we was all surprised he had one. I'm thinking if you don't do what I say, perhaps I will do the same thing to you.
Right.
That sounds so uncharacteristic for Troll King, because Troll King is, I mean,
really
he trolls people, yeah. But that sounds like something Alex or one of the younger trolls who are just like, genuine shitheads would say. Troll King is like a fucking...
He's more of a leader type, he's more...
stoic.
More noble leader type.
Yeah.
He doesn't really personally troll himself, he just oversees Troll City. But,
yes.
I guess as an intimidation tactic, Fudd clearly loves his penis. So,
True. Well, who doesn't? Penises are great.
Yeah, but Fudd talks about his all the time. And
very true. Yeah, they already took his shotgun. That was just as one dick left.
Right. It's very sad. So, he's like, yeah, you gotta join our side, or we'll cut off your penis. And Hindo says, sorry, sir, be careful, sir, don't get ahead of yourself, and kill him, both ahead and yourself being 2 words.
Yeah, well...
Instead of 1.
Really? Holy shit.
So
lead him to resurrect Eggman. And perhaps also resurrect the man in the ice. Yeah, Jesus.
Right. So Fudd is like, I don't actually resurrect people, I just use people as my puppets. And control them with their memories and stuff. And Troll King is like, well, that doesn't matter. Just control Eggman.
Wait.
What?
Is Fudd smart still? Well, I guess he's also being tortured, so probably.
Well, he has seen a increase in intelligence.
Yeah.
Since
but then again, he's also being tortured, so.
They will explain it, Andre. Don't you worry. So.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make my own conspiracy theories,
Right. So Troll King is like, okay, it doesn't matter, just control Eggman and do for us.
I'll give you a minute with your thoughts and we shall continue this later. Be ready.
Final Frame is just a fucked up blue-eyed,
contemplating,
bleeding, contemplating foot, just looking worse for wear, one could say. All right.
Lucky. Poor guy, I mean, what the fuck?
Let's move on to the next page.
Poor guy. So I should preface this by saying that I've read some of this chapter just to get through some of the longer run of sentences.
Yeah, it's basically a must from now on. You have to pre-read all the chapters, even Andre, just because they get so they're so verbose now. This new writing style that Laserbot has adopted. It's impossible to read it live.
Yeah.
So, Troll King, he's like, okay, I'm gonna give Emler again, not Elmer, 5 minutes with his thoughts before we start up the torture again. And then he's like, Hindo, bring all the weapons. And he's like, yes, sir.
That's just...
And then Troll King, it cuts to Trollface.
Trollface.
In the same room, and he says that Daddy, I could make him talk with, his sexual methods.
I can get this fag bag to be a little bitch slave. Fag bag. I love that one.
I didn't want to say that, but yes, that is what it says.
Sure, because you're straight.
Yes.
That's why you need. We should also have a black guy here to say the N-word when that pops up.
So we can have all the passes.
Yes.
Right.
Because with me, you got the faggot pass, and yeah.
Yeah. So we got a great frame, I think, of Troll King, where it's really zoomed into his face, so you can see just his face and some of his luscious locks, but half his face is in completely black shadow. You know how much I love those black shadows. And
yeah, you really do love that black on everything else thing.
Well, liberals, am I right? So
your words, not mine.
He says, if nothing else works, you can rape him, and whatever else you want, but not until I say so. He's off limits for now. And then Trollface victoriously proclaims, understood, as soon as you fail, his butthole will be mine! So...
I imagine he said, understood, as soon as you fail, we know, his butthole will be mine!
Yes. He's a pampered son. That
yeah,
Trollface.
I picture... Okay. It's not canon, at least in my head, that Trollface speaks like that.
Right.
Like, it really... And then we get an epic meanwhile.
Yes, yet another meanwhile.
Yeah.
And we cut back to the fucking Troll Slayers. The fucking loser Troll Slayers. They're still in the same fucking field trying to come up with a plan to defeat Mario. They've not
not only that.
Yeah.
No, okay, I was about to comment that. Shadow. Okay, now that we know his capabilities, and we know that his star is a big threat, we should come up with a strategy. They've not even gotten past finding out all of his powers.
Oh no!
Granted, Mario has a fuck ton of abilities, but still,
they've gotten past that. They have now finally pinpointed that the star is the biggest threat.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. They've just gotten past that. Like they've just gotten that all figured out.
Yes.
Are these guys retarded?
It seems that way. The Troll Slayers are kind of complete losers. They really should have accepted, Silver into their ranks, because Silver's the only fucking guy doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, Silver's a fucking... Okay, he's both a chat and also a mega beta cuck.
True words have not been spoken, Andre.
Just like in the Sonic 06 fan dub.
Right. Silver is a Chad in the streets, but a complete virgin cuck in the sheets. Because whenever it comes to romantic situations, he cowers and cries and fucking beats himself up and flagellates himself. But when it comes to dealing with the trolls, coming up with plans, fucking Silver's got it in the bag.
Yes.
That's why we love him.
He's an inspiration.
True. Yes, especially the first part about the women.
No.
So yeah, fucking Shadow is still just angry at Mario. He has completely forgotten the trolls, and it's just like we gotta try to fight with each other and create a good team comp to learn each other's fighting styles. And Bowser agrees, and he says we gotta also find a good landscape to trick him into coming there. And it cuts to fucking Hulk, and he's just straight up reading a book. And,
I like to read what I think. Your idea is good, but it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Professor Hulk in that case, I guess.
No, he just likes to read.
Oh, okay, so it's not like when Bruce Banner and Hulk sort of just...
Laserback clearly does not know deep fucking comic lore, and this is way before, Endgame.
That is true. Well, I mean, Professor Hulk has been a fucking staple of Marvel for like 30 years at this point, I think.
I know, but he's not a normal character.
No, fair enough.
But yeah, then it cuts to fucking Vector, and he's the only one with some fucking sense in his goddamn brain.
Yeah!
Because he's saying, okay, let's not forget about, the bad things that Mario's doing, but...
Fucking shit.
But how about we instead, come up with a plan to, fight the fucking trolls? The entire purpose that this group was, came together to do. Victor has a weird line where he says, I'm not saying we forget about, full stop, what he's done, but perhaps also come up with a plan to fight the trolls. Why the random full stop?
Maybe he's just a traumatized now. I'm not saying we forget about what he's done, but perhaps also come up with a plan to fight the trolls.
He's just morbidly obese, has to take a breath within all his lines.
Oh, fuck you, man. Don't make fun of fat phobia much. Beauty in all sizes.
Hell yes, brother. In this chapter, clearly, Laserbot discovers the beauty and the lovely nature of commas. And we'll see some more comma abuse later. Because he's like, well, if I have a comma, it doesn't matter how long the sentence is. It could just keep on going. And we'll see that. Which honestly makes this one more confusing, because he just has that random full stop in there. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, also speaking of commas, can we all agree that... I mean, they're very simple, but then you got all these rules for how many commas... You can put 5 commas into a sentence and still have it make sense if you really know how to place them.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, but that shit is like where I say, okay, commas are kind of confusing.
You could do that in literally any language.
Yeah, I'm not talking about English. Why commas are confusing. Just commas in general, like the rules of commas.
Okay. I don't really find them confusing, but...
Well, I mean, you fucking have to... Right, when you're writing shit, you do it academically, so you have to sort of keep in mind what you do with commas. I don't, so I guess that's why.
Oh, shit.
I forgot to breathe.
Good. So yeah, like you said. Alright, so then Knuckles shows up, or back again, because as we remember, he went off to smoke his smart weed.
Oh, right.
To come up with a better plan after he fucking killed Timo by shooting him into a fucking mountain with a cannon. Great idea, Knuckles.
I mean... yeah, Shadow has... God damn it, Knuckles, why did you have to show up? And why did you bring her?
Right, I just love that Shadow is irrationally pissed at the sight of a woman. He's like complete incels.
I don't think that's it.
Well, he just sees Amy and he's like, why did you have to bring her?
Well, it doesn't have to be at the side of a woman. It could be at the side of Amy in particular.
But why?
I don't know. Maybe he's really gay for Sonic and Amy stole him away and he was like, no, now we'll never get into that tight blue butthole of his.
Well, we'll see what good old Shadow is interested in. Well, I was just going to point out that this Amy art there, I think, is pretty good. It's,
Same.
It's very stylized, and
I don't think it's a trace either.
no, it definitely is not. It looks like somebody like drawing Amy in their own like art style. It looks pretty, especially the head looks pretty great, I think.
Yeah, the head is fucking great.
And Amy's just like, yeah, Knuckles told me anything. I hope we can find Tails as well. And Shadow's like, yeah, we'll make sure to kill every person in the group, just like Mario. Because that's priority number 1, is just killing Mario now. And then Vector is like, okay, yeah, so Knuckles, smart weed thing. What was that about? The smart weed plan? And this is a weird interaction too. So Knuckles goes, what are you talking about? And then just cuts to Amy saying Sonic. And they weren't.
Yeah, and Shadow just sort of like, Knuckles, can you get out of here? I got shit to do. Shit you're good at. So they just ignored fucking Sonic comment.
Right. So it's completely random. And then Knuckles is like, okay, yeah, I remember my smart weed plan. I already did it. You want to know what happened? So, let's move on to the next page here.
Yeah. All right, Knuckles. What happened? Hurry up with it. Vector is he's a patient as well.
Right. Vector's pretty based. So then fucking Knuckles goes, okay, this is what happens. And then we get just a black text box filled with literally one long run-on sentence that in the end, if you notice, it doesn't even end. It ends in a comma. So that's not the end of the sentence.
Yeah, no, but it's what I love. Is that this is such a fucking 5-year-old. Okay, I started smoking a lot of weed and came up with a plan. Okay, first thing first.
It's completely drenched. It says first off like 50 times.
I needed to find one of the troll bases, maybe the name was lucky. So first off, I needed to find out how I can find their bases. So I googled it. And there was my answer. They had this chat room talking about their trolling duties, and then they decided to act like one of the trolls, and they didn't know the difference between me and the rest of them people. So I acted like a newbie, and I asked where the camps were, and they showed me like my poodle cages on the camps outside their so-called city. So I put it in the middle of fucking hell.
It's just nonsense. It's just one fucking run-off sentence with information you could have said it like 2 seconds. Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense for Knuckles' character. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro.
It's great characterization, but
yeah, it is very funny.
This is Knuckles trying to sound smarter than he is.
I guess so. I just love that the first like 5 lines he says first things first, or first off, he like literally like 5 times.
Yeah.
And it keeps repeating himself.
Like, dude, I was fucking wheezing when I read that the first time. I was like,
yeah, me too.
Holy.
It's very funny. But yeah, the to cut a long story short, he wanted to find some trolls, and he found some troll camps, and that was it. And he has he printed out a copy of the map they gave him to the troll camps.
Yes. And now he's just in the fucking jungle in
Vietnam,
singing.
So it cuts to Knuckles walking through the jungle singing "Because I Got High" by Afro Man. Because I got high. And he says, I find their camp, as I already said, I think, lol.
Yeah.
And then we see one of the trolls who has been officially named. All these trolls got named in the recent poll. So his name is officially G.I. Jerkoff, which is a good name.
That's a very apt name. He's dressed in military combat suit. So that's my military uniform.
And he basically goes, who the hell are you? And then we cut to a fat looking one who...
Wait, okay.
What?
Who the hell are you? Didn't you get the memo? The gist of it. What the fuck does that mean? Does it mean the gist of it? Or is the gist in not a fucking...
Well, I think that's how you write gist, but...
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, hang on.
Is it just...
Google to the rescue, boy.
Oh no, you're correct. It's guest with a G.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Rare W for Andre.
I'll treasure this W. I'll fucking frame it on my wall. Print it out, get a certificate. People
Right.
ask me, what's that for? I corrected a guy on the internet once.
I got a spelling thing correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Mamui's talking about. But anyway. It cuts to a fat troll being like, maybe this dumb-looking dumb dude could get us some Twinkies. And his name is officially Nikocado. It's pretty good.
Oh, fuck yeah. Avocado. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think way about as much as him.
That can't be true.
No.
So Knuckles, being real G, coming in, being like, "What's up, G Dogies? I was in the neighborhood, and I thought I would drop in and say my some things and details and stuff."
I feel like that is just because this is a flashback. So I feel like when he said some things and details and stuff,
Yeah.
is that Knuckles legitimately forgot what he said, and that's just him sort of filling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said this.
Okay, but Knuckles does say a legitimately great, poignant line. He says, "Why do we fight and war and hate when we can masturbate?" You know?
Yeah.
Agree.
I agree. I mean, come on, Kris. Okay, do you masturbate?
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Do you fight in war?
No.
No. Point proven.
Exactly.
If you just masturbate, there wouldn't be war. So everybody, crack one out for peace.
Ukraine, Russia, come on. Get those dicks out.
Oh, that's
Get your dicks out and crank one out with your fellow man.
Yeah. You can even get in a circle and do a circle jerk.
Right, and if anybody's got JO crystals, it's a good time to charge them.
I forgot about those.
They're great. He also misspells masturbate as in the word master and bait as in fish bait. 2 words.
Yes.
Good. Then it's it cuts to a black guy. His name is the Rage Boner of Africa.
God. Oh, fuck.
Which do you get that reference?
No.
It's do you know 2 best friends play or super best friends play?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I've never really.
It was a Let's Play channel, back in the day. They've since disbanded, but the black guy there, his name is Wooly. He used to he told like stories of when he would like create characters in like games. You could create your own character, like wrestling games or RPGs or whatever. He'd always create a character called Rage of Africa, who was a big like buff black man who was bald. And I guess this man is a brother maybe or a descendant of Rage of Africa, because this is the Rage Boner of Africa. It's an amazing name, whoever came up with that. A good props to you, sir.
Alright, but he also has a really good line.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with this dumb retarded bitch? What the fuck is with this dumb retarded bitch talking about? Oh, that's
Makes
a
no
bad one.
sense. First of all, yeah.
With his homo face and shit. I say we pop a cap in his ass and then try to lick the bullet holes with our mouth for our sexual desires.
No, it's not for our sexual desires. It's for our sexual desires. There's a question at the end.
Oh yeah,
He
question mark.
He doesn't even know if we should do that for his sexual desires.
Yeah, he's clearly not an experienced troll. Because he's fuck me.
I do love the design of this black man here. He has a very striking face.
Yeah.
I'm sad this is like the only time I think we see him ever in the series.
No! Bring back the Rage Boner of Africa.
Come on, man. People want to see the Rage Boner of Africa.
Yeah. I want to see. I want more of his fucking weird ass run of the mill sentences.
Right, it's a great line.
Knuckles strikes back with, "Why fuck when we can get high?"
And then they're instantly convinced by this. The GI Jerkoff says, "Oh yes, you got that awesome fucking grass. I call it gra-gra. I call it the gra-gra." And then they all get high around a campfire and laugh and have a realistic high conversation where Knuckles goes, "It's a true story, bro." And then GI Jerkoff goes, "I don't even know what the fuck you said."
And then Vector cuts in. "Knuckles, get to the part already. Come on, dude. What did you do?"
And Knuckles is just like, "Yeah, that was it. We just got high. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. You should have all been there."
Fuck me.
And then fucking Shadow just gets fucking pissed. He's like, "Your plan didn't do anything." And he's like, Knuckles is like, "What do you mean? I got high. That was the plan." And Shadow is just like losing his fucking mind. He's like, "God, I'm so fucking done with you wasting my fucking time with your pointless bullshit stories and ideas." And Knuckles is just like, "That's a bit rude and uncalled for. Shadow, sometimes you just gotta, chill down, stop crying, dude."
Fucking destroyed him.
Yeah, Knuckles is pretty based.
Knuckles is like unknowingly based because he's just so fucking stupid. He just keeps popping out gold.
Yeah, Knuckles goes through multiple character changes throughout the series, so we'll come back to this idea of stupid Knuckles later in the series.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go on to the next page here.
Yeah. Knuckles just goes, "Okay, man." Fuck, you love this.
It's like, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," and Knuckles like, "Okay, man."
Right, yeah. Sorry, I read it in the wrong order.
And he's like, "Sorry, bro, that was over the line. Sorry." And Vector, the only one with the brain in the Troll Slayers, goes like, "Okay, wait, you still have the maps of the troll camp locations?"
Yeah, the only one with a brain, and that doesn't say a lot.
Well, Vector's pretty. He's been reasonable.
He's been reasonable, but he's not been like he's not Silver, just to put it lightly.
Well, he hasn't done anything, but
that's fairly true.
He's the only reasonable one for sure.
Yeah.
So Knuckles goes like, "Oh yeah, I'll go get him." And then
so
Hulk asks the question I don't think anybody was wondering about, and he was like, "Wait, why were they in the jungle?" And Knuckles just like, "I guess they were trolling animals and stuff." And then it comes back to Bowser suggesting what Shadow just suggested at the beginning of this entire fucking cut to the Troll Slayers, where it's like, "Hey, we should make teams to fight each other." And Shadow goes, "I agree. As long as Knuckles doesn't join in, because it can't take any more of his shit."
Perfectly reasonable.
And then we get a meanwhile.
Holy shit!
Right, so we cut back to Neutrals and Silver and the gang, and they've been making plans, apparently. And Silver says it's a work in progress. It's clearly supposed to be work in progress.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not too egregious.
Yeah, it's just some of these typos are just plain silly. And so Silver is like, "Okay, here's my plan. I need a laptop," and Laserbot helpfully brands it as a Acer laptop. So that's good to know.
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Tailscast podcast, not Tailscast Troll, it's sponsored by Acer.
It might be. Maybe that's just the type of a laptop Laserbot had. So he was like, "I'll just put my own laptop in there."
Yeah, is Acer still a thing? I feel like they.
I think so. My previous computer was an Acer.
Yeah, same, but I had it like fucking over a decade ago.
Well, mine was not that long ago.
Oh, okay.
5 years maybe. I don't know. So they're still
Well,
out
anyway.
in the world. Okay, so Silver reveals his plan, which is that he made a device. He specifies that it isn't a bomb or anything like that. It's a scanner device that is scans with what he says invisible sonic waves, which if it's
Well, it should be invisible.
yeah, exactly. If they're sonic waves, that means they're sounds, which would make them invisible. It's pretty. You don't need the invisible part. But anyway, it scans the entire place and then transfers all the data onto a flash drive that he has on him, and he can put it in the computer and then print out the the entire map that's been scanned out sonically as a blueprint of the area they're in. And Coyote's like, well, that was great, but they're probably going to have double the guards. Yeah. So it's going to be hard to...
fucking... What? Silver's a goddamn genius, man.
Exactly. Silver's the man with the plan. He, as he said, he went off to do research on trolls, so he's a good man so far.
Yeah. He's the Manus with the planets, dude.
He is Stannis with the planets.
Yeah.
So, except in the fucking Game of Thrones show, Stannis just turned out to be stupid. Because the writers were stupid. But in the books, he's still alive, and in the beginning of the next book, if that book ever comes out, he's going to enact his epic plan where he's going to have an epic war in the north and defeat everybody. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones A Song of Ice and Fire books rock. The show stinks.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything more on this page?
No, I was gonna ask you that.
No. This Coyote art, that's the only thing I have here, is the Coyote art here looks on the final panel, is very strange looking. It looks almost like Pablo Picasso Cubism-esque in the strange shapes and the weird forms that the face takes.
Absolutely. I was also going to point out, actually, now that you mention it, his snout got very short in the first panel that he put on this page, and then is it longer now again?
It's just going to get shorter, bro.
Yeah.
Until it's practically nose.
Neat. Yeah, but that's all I got.
Alright, next page.
Okay, next page. I've noticed this.
What?
Laserbot's really a huge fan of drawing extreme close-ups on faces.
Yeah.
Was that always the case, or is it just it's really intensified now?
No, that's pretty much always the case.
Okay.
I think he's just a big fan of directors such as John Cassavetes. Wants to get in up close, see the emotions close by on people's faces. Laserbot, as we've proven, is a very highbrow sort of guy with highbrow interests. Clearly loves cubism. Makes a lot of artistic statements. So maybe it's not to Cassavetes. You never know.
Yeah, I mean the guy writes Tarantino-esque dialogue, so
Yeah, right.
I'd say Tarantino, get the fuck out of here, Laserbot.
Laserbot's in town.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a movie script written by Laserbot.
Oh my god, yes.
That would be great.
I would love to see Laserbot rewrite Pulp Fiction.
Why would he need to rewrite it? It should just write his own, unique thing.
Well, because, most Tarantino movies are, not held together, but he's a fucking master of crafting dialogue.
Yeah, obviously.
So I just want to hear the fucking dialogue between Vincent and fuck's his face. Damn it.
Bruce Willis?
No. Sam Jackson.
What's his fucking name?
Right? I forgot it. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, I want a goddamn dialogue between them just calling each other faggots and
right.
Gay and homos.
Having long run-off sentences like the the black text box.
Yes. Yeah. Alright, so first up, Vincent. Okay, first thing first. Alright, Vincent, first thing first. I did this, and first thing first.
First of all, I did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway.
Next page. So, Silver says he had this plan. He had this plan with Elmer's smokescreen, he says. I assume he meant to say, I had this plan with Elmer's smokescreen in mind.
Probably.
Or had it planned out with Elmer's smokescreen being a key part. But he's captured.
That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. That's a good fucking plan.
Right. He's captured, so Coyote says he will come up with the plan.
Ooh.
And then we get an epic. Meanwhile.
Holy shit. This is the shit I live for, man.
So we cut to Heimerdinger being aghast, being like, "There's no way you can." He, as a scientist, he doesn't believe in witchcraft and religion. And Troll King says, "I knew he'd come around." And
oh, dude! Speaking of religion,
what?
Okay, so I told you that I was going to tell you about if it came up naturally yesterday at work, right?
Right.
There was a guy about 10 minutes before closing time. He just walked in, and on his way out, he just asked me, "Do you read the Bible?"
Oh no.
Well, a customer, and I was like, "I've read it." "Well, do you still read it?" "No." "Well, you have to start reading it again because it's an important book." And I was like, "Dude, I'm at work. This is not a conversation that's appropriate for me to have."
Right.
And he fucking goes, "No, it's a very important conversation that's important to have. It's more important than your job. You need to start reading the Bible." And I'm just like, "Sure, man, sure, whatever." And it just fucking keeps ranting about the Bible and God for 2 more minutes before he leaves. Very abruptly. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
What did the guy look like?
Middle Eastern.
Oh.
So, I don't know, born again Christian perhaps. He's clearly been born in Norway. He didn't have an accent or anything.
Right, because I when I lived in Stavanger, I also met some weird, like, Jesus freak. When I was on my way home from the store, a guy stopped me, and he was like, "Hey, do you, I don't think he said, do you read the Bible?" But, like, something like, "Are you a Christian?" And he, went into, like, this long, like, rant about all sorts of, like, Christian things, and he was like, churches have kicked me out because they don't like, the truth I'm telling them. They don't.
Oh, did he? Did he pray for you at the end of the fucking conversation?
Yeah.
I met the same guy, bald guy, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was.
Yeah. Because it's the True Light Church or something like that. He's part of a cult. It's straight up. It's a cult.
Yeah, he gave me his. Yeah, I assume so. He gave me his business card, and he was like, be sure to call me up. And he kept talking about churches, they don't want to believe the true shit, like talking in tongues and shit. You go to Protestant church and they throw you out for just implying that you talk to God. And you're, the new Jesus, basically. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy. And then at the end, he was like,
he told me that he's carried out exorcisms.
Yeah, he told me that too. But at the end, he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna put my hands on you and just let the Holy Spirit go through you." Oh yeah, he also said that he has used the Holy Spirit to literally heal people's wounds and illnesses, and like heal cancer and stuff. And I was like, "Bro," and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna put my hands on you, and I'm gonna heal all your ills and bad thoughts and feelings. So just let the Holy Spirit go through you, and start speaking in tongues. Whatever you want to do." So I just started speaking Japanese and calling him an idiot in Japanese, and it's like, "Oh man, that's good. That's good. You're letting the Holy Spirit go through you, and you're speaking in tongues right now. Just keep going." So I was the winner at the end. I trolled the troll.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking. I mean, I'm almost tempted to register with the Satanic Temple. Because they give out cards and shit. Yeah, they give it cars and shit.
They give out
and
cars?
I'm tempted to do it. Yeah, no, they give it cards, like
cards.
officially registered with the Satanic Temple. And I'm tempted to get that card, and just next time some guy asks me about Christianity, I'll just show him that card and be like,
Just
yeah,
like,
well,
sorry,
fuck,
bro,
what
I'm a
you gonna do?
Satanist.
Yeah.
That would be pretty good.
Yes.
You should do that, Andre.
Yeah.
There's no Christians
they have
here.
a lot of shit I believe in.
I can't bully her. Right. Yeah, we went over the satanic tenets in a previous episode of this very podcast.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, well, Satanists have a lot of good shit going on.
Yeah. This is a officially Satanist-sponsored podcast, I'd say. Alright. Yes, as I was saying, Troll King, he's like, I knew you'd come around. And Fudd is like, well, you was gonna cut my dick off. Or cut off my dick.
Yeah.
So, he decided to work with him. And,
Reasonable.
Well, Troll King just just rubs it in, I guess, because he's like, do it, we can get this started. Don't play games with me or you will lose a penis. Just like that line.
Well, I like the A penis and not your penis. As if he has multiple penises.
Alright. Well, he does have his second cock, as we know.
Yeah.
So, you see the iconic neutral N on Elmer Fudd's hand, and the strings come out and animate Eggman, so he stands up again. And then Eggman peels just the skin off and takes some brain and eats it.
Yep.
And then we get a flashback into Eggman's memories, where it seems like Heimerdinger and Eggman were bros.
Yeah.
And they're talking about a third scientist that is also part of this smart scientist gang, and they're like, we gotta hide from the Troll King, assumedly. If somebody should go down, it should be me, Heimerdinger says nobly. And Eggman says, okay, you're right, but I won't give up on you, and we'll find a way to save you, even if I have to work with Sonic. So, some dramatic irony right there.
Yeah. He fucks off and Heimerdinger gets kidnapped.
Right.
Anything else?
Well, that's it. Just on the next page here. So it seems like Heimerdinger gets shot with like a net gun, because we see first frame on the next page is just Heimerdinger in a net. And we see Fudd's shocked expression upon having experienced this memory. And Troll King says, okay, good. I must be going now. I have some things to take care of. And so it puts Hindo in charge. And then Alex here is, kind of shady, being like, where is he going?
Oh.
So we get another meanwhile.
Holy fuck!
And it cuts to, even though, clearly this will be a problem throughout this chapter, where it's clearly not a meanwhile, because it's clearly time has passed. So it's not a meanwhile, but anyway. It cuts back to Batman and Tails training, and Batman says, okay, you have passed my training. And Tails says, thanks, Batman. People probably never say this in their lifetimes, but you're pretty cool.
Fuck off, Batman's awesome.
Yeah, the Batman is just confused this. He's like, thanks, I guess. Okay, Hello Kitty, he's yours now. And Hello Kitty walks in, instantly flirting with Tails.
Oh, damn.
Fucking, come on now. Can't break down the teacher-student boundaries like that.
Well, Laserbot plays by his own rules, so if anyone can do it, it's Laserbot.
Clearly so. But yeah, Hello Kitty, she divulges her backstory, where she says she joined the Defenders because she thought it would be nice. That's her deep backstory.
Yeah.
That's it. So Tails is like, okay, what are you gonna fight? Teach me. You don't look like the fighting type. And
Well, that's judgmental.
yeah, and then he gets into fucking pure Naruto shit because goddamn Hello Kitty just starts talking about fucking chakras and shit. Being like,
it's essentially it's just a shield to protect you from damage.
Yeah, you can if you channel your chakra, you can create a defensive shield to protect.
Or a shield, as it's written, SHEILD.
Right, a shield over your body that reduces some of the damage you take in damage, and then you get a really strange frame here, which is really dark and gray, and
yeah.
I assume it's supposed to show like a before and after, but it's very like minimalist.
Yeah.
So you see a like a hint of a face with like assumably blood on its cheek.
Or a bruise or something.
Right, and then you see on the right side where it's just now a small cut that's dripping a lot of blood, but like the blood amount looks like it's about the same. So
yeah. The expression on your hand is slightly changed.
Yeah,
because it only reduces 20% damage taken.
Right. So it's not that great.
Some serious video game shit.
Right. Then Tails just repeats what he just heard. He says, so what you're saying is that I will take 20% less damage from attacks? Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and so, Hello Kitty, yeah, it's not easy to do, but with a soulbind like you're gonna have, it will be good to know this beforehand. And Tails just says, sweet, like nice feet.
And I was gonna say, Andre, iconic frame. We got an iconic frame right here. This picture of Tails saying, sweet, like nice feet. I've even quoted this line on this podcast multiple times before, and now finally, we're here. The classic line, sweet, like nice feet.
I'm just curious, what the fuck does sweet like nice feet
That's what everybody says. Everybody's like, what? Why would Tails say this?
Yeah.
So one can only assume that either Laserbot is a foot fetishist or Tails is. And this is a characterization of Tails. In any case, it's another Quentin Tarantino connection. Wow.
That's true.
He also likes
a foot fetish.
And
I think it's...
Yeah, what?
I think it's great.
I think it's great too. I think it's great too. I love this panel.
Yeah. And then we get another epic meanwhile.
Yes. So, move on to the next page here.
Yep.
So we see a foot walking in on a dark area, and we recognize that foot as the foot of Tomorrow, and this is the first time for us seeing Tomorrow in the present day. I've only seen him in
holy shit.
flashbacks so far, and he,
yeah.
You see, he has been called by Gary, and it's revealed that Gary and Tomorrow are brothers.
Yeah. And I was blown the fuck away.
Right, this is a good reveal here, and it's it's tastefully done at first, where Gary says, "Well, sorry, I guess siblings like to do that from time to time, but I need to ask you something." That's good exposition dialogue.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
and immediately following, just tell me what you want, younger brother.
Yeah, nobody would.
Youger.
Yeah, and even looking past the misspelling, when you talk to your younger brother, Andre, I'm sure you don't go, "What's up, younger brother?" or "Hey, younger brother, what do you want?"
Every time I say, every time I say, "Younger brother, you are younger than me, so therefore you are inferior." Right. Younger brother, I am your elder brother. You will do what I say.
And this is like a
total fucking.
This is I feel like, we already know that Laserback clearly got into Naruto around this time.
Yeah.
But he must have gotten into, anime, because this is a holdover from translation. Because in Japanese, you legitimately do say, talking to your younger or older brother or sister, whatever, you do say, "Hello, younger brother," or "Hello, older brother.
That is true.
So on and so forth. And you have words for all these things. But in English, you don't say that. You just use their names. So, bad anime influence on Laserbot right now. Stop it.
Yeah. Anime, you're ruining our boy.
Stop it, anime.
Yeah.
Yes. And so Gary does a Bernie Sanders meme here, saying, "I once again am here. I'm asking you to tell the boss about your powers." And we get fucking Damara says, "You remember what happened last time you asked me to do that?" And then he gets a fucking hilarious flashback where you see, baby-faced Gary before his face got all fucked up and before it became a robot. Yeah. And he's like, you should tell him now, damn it. And Damar says, "You should shut the fuck up." And then he just shoots the neutral strings into his face, completely ruins it. And that was the entire flashback.
I mean, that would have worked in anime, though. But it doesn't work here.
Well, yeah, it's a... I don't know, if that happened in anime, I would laugh too, because it's so brief and so sudden. It's really funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you had, like, just the vocal or, like, just the sound of it, like, so just inferring what happened.
Right. Well, you are right. This is very anime-esque.
Yes.
This really reminds me of... Have you seen Mars of Destruction?
No.
It's a famously terrible... We should watch that sometimes. It's only like 20 minutes long. It's a famously terrible anime that everybody loves because it's so bad it's good. And in that we have a similar moment to this where there's this tragic backstory, but we cut back to it like the main character. He's wearing this like power armor suit to fight Martians. And we get this tragic backstory that it cuts back to for literally like 5 seconds, where he's just like, where he's crying and he's like, "I don't want to wear the suit," and then it cuts back to the future. It's like completely pointless. What I'm saying is, you didn't need this flashback. You could have just had a line where Gary said, "Yeah, I realized," and then him touching his face or being like, "Yes, you fucked up my face. I know," or him being like, "Well, my face is even more fucked up now." I don't know, anything other than this. But, I love that they did it this way, because this is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
And he even has the line at the end. He says, "Yeah, I remember I had to put that mask over my face." So it's completely superfluous, this backstory, or this flashback.
And then again, fucking "Don't push your luck or we'll do it again."
Right.
"Yeah, I remember how you used your strings as a weapon." Yes, I did. Don't... What?
This is complete fucking...
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So heavy-handed.
Yeah. "Don't forget your place, younger brother." It's a complete terrible exposition dump type dialogue, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
Alright, this is definitely going to be the longest episode of Tailskate's podcast.
Yeah, by far. I have so much fucking notes on this chapter. There's so much shit.
And then we get an epic "Meanwhile."
Oh my god, we're already like over the longest episode now, almost in recording.
Yeah, we are. That's why I said it.
You're damn, yeah.
We're looking at 3 hours of content at least.
It's gonna be an epic one. Alright, yeah. So like you said, we get an epic "Meanwhile," and then it cuts back to the neutrals, which we were just basically at them. So it's not a meanwhile. Yet again, it's time has passed because everybody is clearly implied to be asleep.
Yes.
And so Silver's like, "Oh, he's still awake," and we see Coyote sitting at a table, an empty desk, and then we just get an extreme close-up on his lopsided eyes, and that's the end of this page. Alright, next page. So, like we remember from like 2 pages ago, Coyote said he...
What? Two pages ago? What?
Yeah. Coyote said he would come up with a plan, and but he clearly hasn't, and Silver's like, oh, so you ran into the same roadblocks as I did with this plan? And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to figure out a way to, make this plan work without any of us dying. And he's like, yeah, I did have it. Yeah. What?
Here's a question: Do you think Coyote would sound awesome with a southern accent? Because you kind of slipped into it and it kind of worked.
Yeah. Yeah, where would...
Just read it again in a southern accent.
Realistically, where would Coyote be from? He would be from, like, Arizona.
I was going to say that Arizona or something like that.
Or,
like
or California.
Possibly.
There's loads of coyotes in California.
Somewhere with a lot of deserts. Yeah, somewhere with a lot of deserts.
Well, it's not just desert. They're in woods and stuff, too.
Oh, really? Well, I'm stupid.
When I was in California, we saw...
Get that.
When I was in California,
Just part of me being stupid.
I'll be sure to cut the entire podcast where you were stupid.
God. Whoa. Okay. So this has not happened before, where you just burned me like that. That's another thing to add to Tailskate's podcast bingo. Kris burns Andre.
Yeah, that'll only be on this episode, I think.
Possibly.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I was in California, there's loads of coyotes everywhere, and we would drive on highways, and there would be like coyote corpses on the side of the road and shit. So
nice.
Loads of coyotes. Anyway.
Yeah, but read his line again in the southern accent. I just want to hear if it works.
Okay, I think so. Trying to come up with a way for this plan to work without any of us dying.
It fucking works. It fucking works.
Well, yeah. So, Silver's like, I was trying to, do that, but we need Elmer to do that. But he's no longer here, so now what? And,
No, so, question mark, what now?
Oh, yeah. It's comma, so, question mark, what now, no punctuation.
Yeah. But also,
yeah.
Why do you need Elmer? You just need a smoke screen. Is he the only one in this whole fucking universe in the possession of a smoke bomb?
Right. So, but yeah, makes no sense. And then Coyote's like, I have a plan, but there are holes. I gotta fix them out. Fix the plan. And then Silver's like, yep. With the blueprints, you'll be able to find the best route for the plan. And then Coyote says, just give me some more time and I'll come up with a plan. Using something like a distraction, maybe that's good. And fucking Silver says, I could be the distraction. I have the right power for the job. Like that, but it would have to be some big distraction. That was a completely fucking pointless scene. They just talked about fucking nothing for like, how many pounds was it? Like 9? That was nothing.
Yeah.
Why was that scene there?
Had a runtime.
But there's so much shit
to
going
have
on.
The runtime of the podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's just for this.
Yeah, Laserbot knew that we were gonna make this fucking 10 years after he wrote this shit.
Right. I don't know. I just love that scene because it's completely nothing was achieved, other than
it's a nothing burger.
It's completely nothing burger. It's
yeah.
The only thing that was achieved was we need a distraction that is not the smoke screen because we don't have the smoke screen, which they already knew. So I guess nothing truly was achieved.
I mean, it's kind of building character because both of them, are at least sympathetic enough to not be like Shadow who just sacrificed anyone.
I guess so.
So it also shows us they're both equally intelligent, at least apparently.
Yeah, we already knew they were both smart though.
Yeah, but other than that, I guess it just sort of showed us that neither one. I don't fucking know.
Well, we're gonna cut back to them later in this chapter or this.
Oh god.
Chapter anyway. So it didn't need this in. All right. So then we get another. Meanwhile, yet again, it's clearly time has passed.
Yeah.
And we see how the sheet looks when Hello Kitty does it. then
It looks like a fucking flower.
yeah, it's a big flower-looking thing, and when Tails does it, it's like an orange glow all around him. And he's like, it's kind of hard, and he's like, yeah, but with the soul bind you can do with Sonic, it won't be as hard. So that's it for my training. Time to train with the next member. And Tails like, oh, sick. Who do I get to train with now? Well, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you're going to train with Trix Rabbit, but he refused to train you, so you're gonna skip his probably waste of time training and go to the next member, Kermit.
All of the fucking defenders are such assholes. I love it.
Well, specifically 2 of them are extreme assholes. It's
Yeah, like Woodstock and Hello Kitty to some degree.
No, I was gonna say Trix Rabbit and McDonald's, but we haven't really met them yet. But they're like, I don't even know why they're in the the group, because they're like genuinely insane.
Really?
But but we'll see.
Yeah,
soon
but
enough.
it's fucking Kermit.
It's Kermit. And he says, well, I'm going to teach you the fine art of patience.
So gay!
I love that reaction from Tails.
Yeah.
Alright, so next page.
Yeah.
So Kermit says he's going to explain a story, but not unlike everybody else. He's not told to do it. He's doing it because he wants to. What? Okay. What?
No, it's I love it. I just love this whole fucking page. It's so dense with text.
Yeah, this is a truly great page here. So anyway, Kermit implies that everybody are forced to tell their backstory, even though that's not how it seems. But okay, kind of weird. And already fucking Tails is coming at it with a fucking bad attitude, saying like, God damn it, this training sounds like it's gonna fucking suck. Then we get an actually yet another iconic frame, Andre, where where's this picture?
Read it in the Kermit voice. Read it in the Kermit voice.
I can't really do the Kermit voice.
Have you ever been bitch slapped for a lack of listening, lack of doing what you're told? Because I'm not far from slapping you.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this frame is that it's very funny. So what's interesting about this frame is that the iconic frame takes away the last line. So if you Google, have you ever been bitch slapped for lack of listening? You see this exact frame, but the did you see what I just did wrong there is taken out of it for some reason.
Huh.
But yeah,
well, it's a great reaction meme, but
it is. It's been used as a famous reaction meme. The have you ever been bitch slapped for lack of listening, like of doing what you're told? Because I'm not far from slapping you. It's just like a happy looking Kermit saying it.
Fucking based Kermit.
Yeah, and a lot of remix of it with other characters. So
and Tails tries to appropriate the Rob's iconic line. What?
yeah, well, yeah. So basically, everybody is using it as fucking Kermit intended it not to be used, because he's saying what I just did is the wrong way to go about it, because that shows impatience. You're supposed to be patient so you can mull over, every way of expressing yourself, so you don't act like a fucking psycho. But Tails reacts by saying "what?" looking annoyed, which means he didn't get it, idiot. He says, okay, I threatened you for having a lack of focus, and that just made me have less focus, because I got mad. I show you what a lack of patience looked like. And he says, it seems you don't get it, so I'm going to explain more. And then Tails, being a pissy little bitch, says, no, don't explain it more. I got it. And then there's a fucking big text box here, which is so big that it bleeds into the frame under it. But basically, what he says, and this is genuinely fucking clever writing, and I don't even know if Lizbot intended it, but this line this text box here is him commenting on how impatient Tails is, and the impatience of Tails is mirroring the reader, because he says, you could care less about this training because there isn't any flashy combat or crazy special power training, meaning that your focus is very low because you don't find this interesting. Which is what the fans want. They just want like more action, and they don't want like dialogue and stuff. So it's mirroring, what the fans want from the series versus, what Laserbot is trying to express genuinely deep fucking stuff here. And I love that he goes like, on the final, text box, it says, "I already noticed that you're daydreaming about something that has nothing to do with this." Which is like, it's pointing at you, the reader, having to read this long fucking text box where, it seems like Kermit is not saying a lot, but he truly is. He actually is commenting on you, the stupid reader, reading this, not paying attention. So, I love this. That's great.
Yeah.
In an unironic way, this is genuinely clever.
Yeah, no, I get it. But fucking Tails again, whatever. I don't understand why I have to learn this useless crap. Frozen have hearts and all I need to do is die. It's fucking Tails just has such a fucking shit attitude all of a sudden.
Right, Tails does not get
He's
it.
a spoiled little brat.
Well, he just doesn't get it. He's clearly inferior intelligence, and he's stupid, and he does not get how fucking based Kermit is here.
No, this is willful ignorance at its best.
Well, I don't know if it's willful. I think he's just stupid.
No, he's just refusing to understand it because, he's refusing to listen.
Well, I think it's just how Kermit says that he's just like, he perceives it as uninteresting, so he, starts daydreaming instead of listening to the words he says. But yeah, he says, so you want revenge, huh? Well, if you're just wanting for revenge, that could lead to death, and you want revenge because you're angry, and that led to the death of people like Sonic, who is completely filled with anger.
You see, anger is a double-edged sword. It takes both the people down. I can't do proper Kermit the Frog voice.
I can't do it either. We need Jordan Peterson in here so he can voice these lines.
Oh, that came out of left field. But,
more like the right field. Heyo.
Heyo.
Yeah. So Tails still not getting it. He's like, "You don't know me or my friends." And he's like, "See, I just threw you off your focus by pissing you off. When you get angry,
Trough.
when people get angry, they fucking lose focus and just focus on their anger instead of on actual things." And he's like, "Okay, now I will tell my story." And we get yet another iconic frame on the same page where it's practically half, like a little under half the page. It's just this one panel where on the right side you see like Kermit standing in like a, I don't know, 10% of the panel. The rest of the panel, which is fucking massive, taking up the entire under part of this page, it's just one big fucking text box with like a full like short story's length of text describing his backstory. And so yeah, I've written like a summary of his long ass fucking backstory, but it continues on to the next page, so I'll tell it then. But anything more on this page here?
Just the fact that I would really love to read this entire thing in Kermit the Frog voice.
I think somebody has done it.
I'm sure it exists. Yeah.
I've seen somebody do the bitch slap meme, but I think somebody's done this one too. But yeah, next page.
Yes.
So yeah, we see from this page, the first 4 panels as well are just like massive fucking text boxes, just continuing the fucking story of his backstory. So to get a long story short, and this is a real long story, I saw a piece of trivia where just Kermit's backstory has more text than there was like in the entire chapter 4 or chapter 5. So it tells you how verbose this backstory is. Okay, so long story short, Kermit and all the Muppets, they once got invited to a party by a group of trolls. They had a bunch of fun, but the trolls started trolling them. The Muppets, however, never having experienced trolling before, didn't know how to react, so the trolls were kind of disappointed with their reactions. The Muppets, though, did find it kind of fun to the act of trolling, so they started trolling people in chat rooms online as a hobby. It got worse and worse, all culminating with realizing that the hardest thing to troll are trolls themselves. So the Muppets started trolling each other a lot, and it got worse and more personal, and it ended up with all the Muppets having their lives destroyed by trolling.
Killing themselves?
Yeah, so some of them just left. Some got like straight up institutionalized and put in hospitals, and some even like committed suicide. The last 3 remaining trolls were Kermit, Animal, and Miss Piggy. Kermit, though, through his patience and careful planning, ended up the last Muppet standing. And after meeting Pac-Man, using his patience and rational mind yet again, he was able to leave the world of trolling behind him and become a force for good. So the lesson that Kermit really wants to teach is that having a clear mind and patience can save your skin one day, but Tails is not fucking receptive, so Kermit decides that there's nothing he can teach him at this moment, and the fucking foolish Tails decides to move on to the next teacher as learning the art of patience seems boring. Idiot. Or turn your fucking phone off, Andre.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That Tails, you absolute fucking idiot.
So yeah, any reactions to the backstory, Andre?
Only one. Holy fuck, holy shit, what the actual fuck, what the fuck, holy shit, and just, that offended him.
Alright, it's pretty epic. It's an epic,
it's insane. It's fucking insane!
Yeah.
It's deranged. It's fucking crazy.
And like the writing style, the Laser Bar writing style is so fucking, like you say, deranged, that it's, you really gotta try to parse all the fucking knowledge that dropped on you. But, underneath that, there is a good story here, and there's a good lesson.
Yeah.
And Kermit is one of the most base characters, and I really like the Kermit, the frog training arc here.
You'll be forced to grow up soon enough, and you will realize what I was trying to teach you was for. But hopefully you don't figure it out too late. Alright, he's all yours. I can't teach him anything.
Right.
Hi, I'm fucking Spyro! What an introduction.
Yeah, Spyro has a great introduction. We see a trace piece of his the cover art, and just a speech bubble where it says, "Hi, I'm fucking Spyro." And Spyro talks very particularly. If you're not familiar, here's an example. He says, "I'm gonna teach you how to fly like a fucking champ. No more pussy flying for you, Tails of the Pussy Flyer. I'm gonna show you how somebody awesome flies." So yeah, he keeps proclaiming himself as the coolest, the awesomest, and that his way of flying is the best and most effective use of energy. And there's a line here where he says, "And now our flying amends outside." I assume he tried to say, "Let our flight commence."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Again, come on, Tails. We should go outside to fly where we will ride to the ends of the earth. And what I say doesn't have to make sense. That's just how fucking awesome I am. I'm Spyro, the fucking awesome, and you will learn how to fly awesome, but as awesome as me, the most awesome creature in the world.
Right.
Could you repeat that thing about awesome again, please? I didn't quite get it.
Well, He's awesome, and he makes it clear, and, you know, I think everybody agrees, including me.
Yeah.
So here we got a rare outside
Holy
panel
shit.
instead of a meanwhile. It's an outside. Still 2 words for some reason. Out and side.
That should be an iconic for him as well.
Outside.
Yeah.
All right. So next page.
Yep. So Tails is struggle keeping up, and hey.
Yeah, Tails is struggling to keep up with the fastest flyer, Spyro, and so yeah, this first time we see outside the Defender hideout, and they seem to be in a jungle of some sorts, and Tails is confused with this. He says, "What is this place? Seems to be some sort of wilderness somewhere." Idiot! A wilderness is not a jungle. Completely different biomes. Get fucked.
Jesus Christ.
So, Spyro refuses to answer. He, claiming he says, "Please, someone awesome like me can't answer non-awesome questions like that. Pori, go ahead." And then fucking Pori just pops out of nowhere to fucking, lay down some exposition on our boy. And he says, "I'll explain you the details. Funny how many times you probably heard that today." I don't think anybody said that, but
no.
Okay. So yeah, this is the reveal.
He said probably, so you know.
Yeah. This is the reveal of the map of Tails Gets Trolled. So let's analyze the map. So on the left side, southwest side, we have Tails and Sonic's old home. So those are assumedly the hills, the plains where they used to live.
Yeah, green hills and all that shit.
Yeah, and then right south from that is where they held the Justin Bever concert. Now back to being Bever and not Beaver, as he was earlier in this chapter. Then the entire eastern side is basically taken up by this jungle here, which is known as the Cocoa Jungle. And the Defender's base is in the middle of the jungle, so it's hard to find. The Troll Camp, which assumedly Knuckles was at, is to the way north of the Cocoa Jungle. That's where he smoked his weed. And there are some other troll camps further north of that, and in the northwestern side there's Troll City, and there's also to the west of the jungle, slightly west of the jungle, is Shadow's base, which I assume that's where the Troll Slaiyers are now. So yeah, that's this country, I guess. Yeah, so Pori basically just explains that they're in one of the biggest jungles in the world, so it's they're both close to trolls and to shadows, so they can look at both of them, but they're hard to detect as they're in the middle of this massive jungle. Epic. Yeah. So Tails is like, okay, that sounds great. So Spyro, how come you're so fast? Come on, help me with my flying. And Spyro just says, it's Spyro the Awesome to you because I'm the shit. Okay, Tails?
Hell yeah.
He says, the style of flying you do is flying like a helicopter, which is not as awesome or as good as Spyro's type of flying, because you use way too much energy and it's not as fast. So in troll terms, you're a noob, and that's not awesome. So the best way to fly is like a bird. So you gotta flap your tails like wings, and then you can become awesome, like Spyro the dragon.
If you stop flying like a rare fly like me, the most awesome fucking dragon known to man or animal on this earth.
Right. I was gonna say that. He calls him a Riri.
Yeah, what?
Tails says, if I fly like a bird, flapping my wings, like my tail's like wings, that sounds like it would be a lot easier. Let's try it. Fucking idiot Tails. His natural inclination was to spin his tails like a helicopter in order to fly instead of trying to fly like birds. Why?
Yeah. No idea. Well, Pori
Yes, then
finally asks the question.
Right.
Didn't you have 3 tails before?
Yeah, we get a callback to Chapter 1, which we remember. In Chapter 1, for some reason, Tails had 3 tails, and then in the following chapter, it was 2, and it's been 2 ever since. And fucking Tails just gaslights Pori here. Says, "What the hell are you talking about? I've always had 2 tails. I don't know where you got that idea from. That just sounds silly. How would that make any sense at all?"
Yes, gaslighting, always a good thing.
We love gaslighting here on Tails Gets Podcast.
Yeah, you gaslight me, you gaslight me, you gaslight me. Fuck! You gaslight me.
You gaslights me. You're like Italian.
Like in New York.
Yeah, New York Italian.
Yeah, or Jersey Italian. I'm just...
You gaslights me every day. And I think that it's...
You gaslights me. Yeah, Ma, you'll hear this. He gaslights me every day.
Ma, listen to this. He gaslights me.
Yeah. No, I did not gaslight you. You gaslight yourself, man.
Shut the fuck up, Vinny. I tell who gaslights who. Because I'm the boss.
Oh, hey, listen there, Tony. Okay, hey, listen there, Tony. Let's get back into the Tails Gets Troll, there.
Yes, the classic the classic New York gaslights bit. A true staple of this podcast, I'm sure.
I just thought about the implications of New York gaslighting. Oh, fuck yeah, that went to place. I don't know where the fuck it went, but the show went to place.
I went somewhere. And so, let's go into the next page here.
Yeah.
So Pori, having gotten gaslights, says, I guess I remembered wrong. The text in this page as well is a different font for some reason. Don't know why. So Tails tries to flap like a bird, but he gets admonished by Spyro, saying, "You're flying like a retard and not awesome like. You're doing it all wrong." And Tails says,
I think the main training is just to make him immune to being trolled ever again. Because all of these guys have been fucking unloading on him about how much of a retard or a faggot he is.
But he is. He clearly is.
Yeah.
Right, they're making him a man.
Listen, Tails.
But yeah.
Make a man out of you.
Right. So, Tails ponders this. He says, I'm not doing the flapping right. Okay.
Do it again, bitch!
I knew you'd like that.
It's so unnecessary.
Right.
It's such a sexist language.
Right, and I really think we should stop doing this, and I think we should definitely cancel Spyro the Dragon on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, what a fucking cunt.
I can't believe they still sell his games on consoles. I mean, get Spyro off the PlayStation and into the dumpster, I say.
Yeah, boy.
So we get a meanwhile.
Woo!
And it cuts to Troll King finally meeting up with Travis the Bird again. And we get a very verbose conversation, not saying a whole lot. The gist of this fucking text-heavy conversation is just that Troll King is trying to find the words of death, because he cannot teach them to somebody else. He needs to find the location of them in order to teach them, because he wants to teach them to the man in the ice, which I found it really funny that Troll King himself refers to him as the man in the ice, even though this is one of his best friends that he took over the city of Alfred with, converted into Troll City. Does not know his name, apparently. He just calls him the man in the ice.
Yeah, I mean, the Guilty Gear shit of just calling it that man.
That man, right. But yeah, so thanks to a helpful person in the live chat on the last episode that went up on YouTube of Tailskits podcast, they pointed me to a Q&A where Laserbutt explained some words of death lore. So I'll lay some of that on you right now. There are 5 words of death. The way you get them...
there were 10.
No, there are 5, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where you get them?
The way you get them is there's a tribe called the Tribe of Words, and they have these totems, and you need to put your your head into the totems and breathe in the essence of the totem, and then whatever word you say becomes the word of death. Now Troll King did not have the permission. Usually the Tribe of Words, needs to vet you and give you their permission in order to get these words, but he initially tried to trick them, but then he just used his immense power to take them. And another thing, if you have a pure heart, they become the words of life instead of the words of death.
Okay.
Which have the same effects, only opposite. So instead of, for example, making somebody blind, you gain like super sight or something like that.
Okay.
So it all improves yourself. And there are 5 tiers of word. Each word is 1 tier, which this also explains why Troll King doesn't use them all the time, because for each tier of the word of death usage, you basically use years of your life. So the most powerful one, which is the one he used on Luigi, I believe, is the black tier, which makes it so he loses 4 years off his life from using that.
Well, I mean, he's level fucking 1000 CVS, so that's not really...
It's true. So I guess for Troll King, it's not that big of a deal, but I guess his day of reckoning is coming someday.
True.
But yeah, he needs to.
I mean, it would be kind of funny if like he just used the word of death and then all of a sudden just dropped dead because he used the rest of his life.
Yeah, because I think the one he used on Mario was like 3 years off his life as well. So he's using, some of the higher tier ones.
He just goes can't and then
right.
drops dead.
I also like the idea because it's not the words themselves that are powerful. It's the power. So the words were entirely chosen by Troll King himself. So he's the one who said the N-word. He chose the N-word and he chose cunt. It's just pretty good.
Yeah, it was just arbitrary.
Right. Well, he specifically chose them himself.
Yeah, but he just attributed them arbitrarily.
We don't know if it was arbitrarily. He probably wanted some words. Also, it's whoever hears the word is affected by it. So, Rob, immune.
Fuck yeah.
So, Rob versus Troll King, is that the end game? Possibly.
Should be.
Alright, so let's move on to the next page here.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, that's some, that was some word of death lore. What do you think?
I love it.
It's awesome. Good. Should read the full, it's a pretty long answer that. It's on the Tales Gets Trolled wiki if you go to the Q&A section there.
Yeah.
So, and this, Troll King has been threatening Travis, being like, you better find the fucking words, or else I'll fucking kill you. And Travis says, okay, let's team up. So I'll search the skies while you search the areas on the ground I can't see from the sky. And, this is the new quest that the Troll King is out on now. Now that Eggman is, we've got his knowledge and he's alive, so they can help on getting the man in the ice out of the ice, so that he assumedly just becomes the man. And now we got to find the words of death, so we can teach it to him. So that's his quest for the rest of the comic, basically.
Yeah.
But
Alex is eavesdropping.
Right. We see Alex
He's-
was behind a rock the entire time. And he says that if he stays hidden and follows him, he can secretly learn the words of death for himself. So Alex here is looking to depose the Troll King, it seems.
Fucking based.
Very cheeky. This emo boy.
Yeah. You cheeky bastard, you're just trying to overthrow me. What a cheeky little bastard.
So yeah, this is getting fucking complex here. This is Game of Thrones.
This is some Scorsese level writing.
What, Andre? Have you ever seen a Scorsese movie?
That's Parted, dude.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this is kind of similar to The Departed, I guess.
Yeah.
When I think of
That movie's fucking great.
When I think of Scorsese, I think of Taxi Driver, and this is like nothing like fucking Taxi Driver.
Well, I mean, the guy has range, clearly.
Not that much range. Most of his,
No?
I mean, he's, self-professed, not that much range. He makes movies about things he knows about. So pretty much all his movies are set in New York.
Because he knows New York.
He knows New York. He knows the Italians, so most of his characters are Italians. He knows gang stuff because he grew up around gang stuff. And he knows religion, so he has some religious movies. Although those are almost all entirely self-funded because nobody wants to give him money for that. But they're great.
Neat. Anyway, we get an epic meanwhile.
That's right. And we cut to Mario walking through some really misty mountains. Might run into some dwarves. But he does not. He runs into some... It's a Hobbit reference. I thought you were going to sing Far over the misty mountains. Cold?
No, I'm all about the Snow White, dude.
Alright. Can't hate on the classics. First Disney movie?
No, Bashful would fucking ass rape Thor and Oakenshield.
Bashful has some hidden rage. I can sense it. I think he would.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mario runs into some toads, and Mario is just like, "What are you toads doing out here?"
Bitch, don't let us help you out!
Right, and then totally unprompted, fucking Mario starts telling his life story. He says,
I mean, most of these fucking life stories have been unprompted, okay? That's not fucking... Except for the one between Mario and King Troll, that was prompted by King Troll.
But yeah, Mario just starts like ranting, going like, "It didn't go well at all. I thought I was ready for it, but I didn't have a clue what I was dealing with. They killed Luigi and almost killed me. I won't lie, I'm extremely pissed the fuck off. And damn it."
It's really not bad!
And then Mario aggressively hums at the toads twice. Yeah. He basically says all of his and Luigi's plans were for nothing, and he doesn't want to talk about it anymore. And then he hums again.
Yeah. Next page.
Next page.
So what's the plan, Mario? Do we return to the castle and come up with a plan then?
Yeah, so Mario basically tells all the toads to start just like stockpiling items and getting him as many items as possible, and giving it to him because he doesn't want to go to the castle, the Peach's castle himself, in case he brings the trolls over there. And so the toad's like, "Alright, we'll do that. We'll give you a bunch of stars too," because that's clearly his killer item there.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. And it's revealed.
Goomba overhears that shit.
Right, it's revealed that he's been spied on by a Goomba. It's unclear if it's the same Goomba that Mario and Luigi saved in chapter 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's reporting back to Bowser Jr.
yeah, if so, what a bitch, betraying their savior, and reporting to Bowser Jr., who tells the Goomba to report to Bowser on Mario's movements. That's it. So, at least we know now that the Troll Slayers are aware of Mario's movements.
Yeah.
So, then we get another meanwhile, where we get a great opening line from Tom here, where he says, "Damn, they're awake. I guess I'll have to watch porn on the laptop later." Didn't have to say that out loud, dude. Could have just thought of that.
I mean, dude, I say shit like that out loud all the time. I'm like, damn, I'm at work. I gotta tend to this boner later.
You do?
Yeah, and I tell female customers, oh, those are some big mommy milkers. I'm gonna think about those later.
Now that I do believe.
Yeah, boy. I'm a fucking
Sex pest.
sexual deviant.
Right. But yeah. Again, this meanwhile, clearly time has passed. Not all these items happen concurrently with each other. It makes no sense.
I mean, I guess... Well, I could stretch it to them sort of like... Because time passes during each meanwhile, so maybe it's like meanwhile at the end of whatever time has passed, but at the same time...
Okay, but take this Mario scene, for example. How many seconds passed? 1 minute at most, maybe?
Yeah.
During this Mario scene?
Yeah, but if that happened, concurrently with the tail straining and all that shit, in which time has passed, then it should be meanwhile with after Tails is, flown with Spyro.
You're right, but I just find the use of meanwhile very strange, because it keeps implying that every single thing we've seen happens concurrently with each other, even though clearly time passes between each, cut to different locations.
Yeah.
So it should have just been a normal cut, but, Laserbot, he really loves his meanwhiles. Or it's not Laserbot, it's the narrator, who we will meet later, because he appears in the story.
Wait, there's an actual narrator?
Yeah.
No, fuck yeah.
He comes in later and describes how much he loves saying meanwhile. It's in the it's in the Laserbot troll arc, where there's like 2 pages just devoted to the narrator ranting at the reader. Pretty epic.
Awesome. Yeah, I believe you. Alright, so
yeah, Tom wanted to masturbate, but he'll do it later. So they're still trying to come up with a plan to for a distraction, and so Silver says, "Okay, this is a good plan that we have come up with." He distracts them with a remote TNT bomb, and then they rush outside, and he fights them to distract them.
Well, I think all TNT bombs are remote because I've activated.
Yeah, that's true. So Coyote's like, that sounds simple, but how are we gonna get everybody in and out of the building after saving Fudd, so that everybody's alive? And Sylvester comes up with an idea. He says, we'll use his powers to trap the trolls under a giant cage. And Coyote likes this plan. He says, it's a good plan, but we need giant cages. And Sylvester says, I know a guy.
Of course he does.
And then Silver brings up, what if only some of the trolls came out and not all of them? How do we get all of them out? I just wanted to point out the final 3 panels in this page, the line thickness is way thicker than the rest of the page for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to point out this piece of art of Silver. I really like it. I think it's great. The final Silver.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Silver at all, but it's it looks really stylish. It looks very like drawing in your art style, but it's completely different from that Amy we saw previous. So it's clear that
it is.
Any sort of style is pretty much accidental on Laserbot's part. But
yeah,
we take it when we can see it. At least for now. It gets better.
I think it's good already. It's fucking excellent.
It's it's still really derpy for the most part.
Sure. Any more comments?
No. Let's go to the next page.
Right, next page.
So we start with the iconic Rob bit.
Robs.
But he has now a wait, what? And we just see Silver says, "Oh yeah, you have no ears," and then we cut away from that scene. That was the big ending part of that scene. And it says, "Meanwhile," even though he's hearing that meanwhile because it's gotten fucking dark now. So a lot of time has passed.
Yeah, indefensible. I'm sorry. That's
right.
I tried to keep the trolls at bay, but I cannot do that.
Trolls meaning me, of course.
Yeah, so Tails Tails is getting the flying down.
Right.
Shoot, you almost got a shit down. I'm starting to get fucking proud of you, man.
Yes.
Proud of you, man.
I'm fucking proud of you, man. So yeah, he's saying, "You're getting badass. Let's finish this tomorrow." And Pori says, "I gotta go too. See you guys later." And Tails says, "Oh, okay. Where'd he go?"
Where'd he go? I stay here. Tails caveman.
Yeah. And Spyro, with an extremely derpy piece of art here, says, "I don't know. Just appears like that all the time." Then we get a tiny meanwhile, which is not a fucking meanwhile. It's just a continuation of the scene.
Yeah.
It's a natural extension of the scene. Did not need a meanwhile at all. But we see Pori walking through the forest with a real, this is prototypical virgin walking right here. Straight off the meme, just looking down, hood up, flat face.
Yep.
So,
really derpy looking.
right. So we've seen him walking, and he sees a cave, and he says, "It's been a while."
Yeah, my masturbation cave.
It might be, because we walk into the cave, and we see there's a bunch of jars of, scientific experiments, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like fucking sperms in it.
Right, some of them do look like sperms. And he says, "With some of Silver's DNA I extracted from his device put in the troll base, I should easily be able to create it." And then we see in his hand he's holding some sort of vial of something. Very suspicious. Very kind of sinister. What is Pori doing? Sinister science? Intriguing.
Yeah. It's fucking...
Do you know anything?
I'm wondering what the fuck is Pori doing? Is he... next page. Come on.
Right. Here we get back to the weird, scratchy art style. With all the,
I like this one. I love this one so much.
all the lines being thin and multi-layered. And so it's Tails. Oh yeah, there's no meanwhile here, even though a meanwhile in this situation would probably be apt.
Yeah.
But whatever. So Tails, is about to go to bed, but he thinks of Sonic, and he still can't believe he's dead. Starts crying over it. And then Hello Kitty comes to check up on him, and we see this panel of I really like Tails' face here. He looks like a really kawaii anime-eyed Tails with tears in his eyes, and he's saying, "I'm not crying if you think that."
Yeah, you were, bitch.
Yeah, he looks really weird in anime in this one frame, but it's good. I like it. And Hello Kitty says, "There's nothing wrong with crying. Kermit told me you skipped his training." And Tails goes "Well, I just didn't understand how it would help me, so I skipped it." Yet again, idiot. Can't believe you, Tails. And then Hello Kitty says, "Me, Spyro, and Kermit became really good friends after meeting in this group. Kermit explained to me that you must open your second eyes alone." Now, first of all, second eye is misspelled. It's clearly supposed to be second eye, but also that's not the phrase. It's opening your third eye, right?
Yeah.
He already has 2 eyes.
Yeah.
It's, You're confused. You're confused, Laserbot. You're confused. That's okay.
Sorry, Laserbot. I can't defend you. I'm really simping hard, man, but I can't defend you. Okay.
Well, you know, the good thing about Laserbot is that he learns. He always takes constructive criticism. He learns. He improves, and you know, even calls back to some of his mistakes, like three tails.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yes.
Yeah, but Hello Kitty believes Tails is special. She's fucking wondering, is it morally right to kill all trolls? I don't know, but
alright, so
we stopped.
Yeah, so Kitty, like Pac-Man and Kermit and Batman, believes that Tails is special and is the chosen one. But, you know, Tails does not believe that. He says, okay, yeah, here's a very comma-abused sentence. He says, I don't really understand why everyone believes in me so much, comma. I'm not the big hero, comma. Sonic was, comma, and he's gone. And I can't be like he was, comma. I just can't. Use some fucking periods, bro.
Yeah.
There are like 3 or 4 sentences in here, but you made it into one for no reason. And, you know, not following the rules of commas anyway, but...
Yeah.
But Laserbot just, you know, discovered commas, and he's like, excellent. Now I can write extremely long sentences.
Well,
Epic.
Laserbot's a man. He doesn't get periods.
Right.
Badoomts.
Except when he does. But yeah, Hello Kitty theorizes that Sonic saw what the Defenders all see, that he is a special one, and capable of doing much more than he ever could. So don't give up on yourself, Tails, she says. And then he's like, okay, so Hello Kitty says, I want to explain Spyro's story, but it's I-1'T.
Yeah, I was gonna come to
What?
What? We just turned into Rob, both of us.
Yeah, we had a Rob moment.
What?
Because
he doesn't want me to explain. I'm going to anyway. God.
Right. Yeah, because in the other want, there's no apostrophe. So I guess it was just a mistype.
Yeah.
You know, Laserbot, you can't. If you see a mistype, you can't just retype it.
No, he's a fucking. Once it's down there, it's permanent.
Well, clearly.
It's like a kid. You can't remove it.
This entire comic is that.
Yeah, boy. And we love it.
Yeah, I don't think any of these pages were sketched out before, you know, carefully line arted through. I think it was just, you know, I do really respect that about Laserbot, where he just draws and writes something, does not give a shit about quality control, just puts it out. If I were to do a comic, I would, you know, scrutinize every single panel, every single text box. I would read over, you know, every page multiple times. It would take me so long to, you know, create anything, and it does, you know, when I am creating anything, it takes me a long time. But
I mean,
Laserbot, he just fucking puts it out there. Does not give a shit.
He bangs it out.
It really does.
It's admirable.
Yeah, you know, it really is. It's an admirable fellow, that Laserbot.
Laserbot should start his own fucking publishing company.
Publishing company.
It really should. You just get like fucking anyone to publish through it. He just gets like the quality. He does the quality control. Yeah, this is good. Fucking to the presses.
Yeah, don't think that would be particularly successful printing company.
Of course not.
But you know,
anyway, let's go on.
So, Hello Kitty tells Spyro's backstory, which is that the trolls did something unforgivable to the dragons, and that's all she knows. But then she says, you know, he might be after revenge. And Tails is like, I don't know if Sonic was right about the trolls. Is peace really the answer? Sonic says villains was never the answer. And then we get another callback to chapter 1 where Hello Kitty goes, villains? Oh, you mean violence. I'm sorry, continue. I'm not really sure how you and your friends got violence and villains confused, but whatever. Wow. Completely roasting that idiot.
Fuck yeah, boy!
Yeah, that was a thing that was pointed out to Laserbot, many times. That villains and violence is not the same word. And he acknowledges it. Growth. Hell yes. Next page.
Yeah, what?
Alright, so Tails is confused by this. He says, what? I'm confused. You're weird. And I really like this piece of art here of Tails doing the rock eyebrow as well.
Yeah.
It's very... the line art is really clean, and I like the look on his face.
Okay, The Rock voiced Tails in the Tails Gets Trolled web series.
He could do Batman as well. Batman did the rock eyebrow like twice.
True.
Or like 3 times, I think.
Wouldn't it just be funny if Tails spoke like The Rock? It had the Rock's voice.
That would be absurd.
I'm confused. What? You're weird. I can't do it.
I'm confused.
No, it's just like gravel, dude. It's like
The Rock says, know your role, because I'm confused.
Yeah.
If you
Anyway,
smell what Tails is cooking.
And let's get back into it.
Right, back into the news. So, he says, haha, Kermit was right when he said
Kermit.
Kermit. Kermit was right when he said I was really gonna like you. And then Tails is like, ah, shucks, you gonna make me blush. And then she thinks Kermit was right. He's naive and sometimes clueless, but he's kind-hearted. He's still a kid inside. Remember this.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we get a next morning. So finally, some
What?
acknowledgement that time has passed.
Yeah. Laserbot must have bought a watch while he was writing this page.
Maybe, yeah. So,
Possibly.
So Tails is sleeping, and he's been told to wake the fuck up by Spyro because it's time for some fucking training. Hell yeah.
Yeah. We got to get this awesome training finish, and I need your dumbass awake for that.
Tails just says,
Spyro
"Oh, sorry,
game,
man."
Basically.
So then we get an actual Spyro video game reference where Spyro brings out a bunch of rings, and you gotta fly through the hoops to get points, which is a thing you can do in certain levels of Spyro. The high score type levels, there are hoops, or rings. Alternatively, this is a Superman 64 reference, but that is
Most likely not.
unlikely. So yeah, you gotta fly through all the rings, or all the hoops, and if you hit any of the hoops, or you you fail.
And I love this run-off sentence
Right.
afterwards. Are you ready for that? Because if you do it, I will call you awesome, and that is fucking rare for me to call someone else besides, spelled with a C, B-E-C-I-D-E-S.
It consistently does that, yeah.
Besides myself, awesome. You be ready to be fucking honored by such awesomeness that will make girls wet in the panties.
That line is such like an incel line. Like if with him saying that, the fucking make the girls wet in the panties line, I would be like, okay, so fucking Spyro is supposed to be characterized as an incel, but as we'll learn later,
Yeah.
Spyro is kind of a Chad. So
Well, I mean, there's a fine line between, being a Chad guy, being one of those, not Chads, but being like one of those guys that just sleeps with whatever he can get.
So you subscribe to horseshoe theory?
But
Horseshoe theory. Like the most Chad is very similar to the most incel. Like a horseshoe,
necessarily,
where
like-
a horseshoe
An
where
incel doesn't. Well, not necessarily. Like a fucking. Like incels, or don't have sex, and then you got like the douchebag guys that just somehow get sex no matter how much of a douchebag they are. And they're not necessarily chads either way.
Sound like a real incel now, Andre.
No, there are fucking guys that just are
Next
genuine
you're
assholes
gonna
and somehow
start
still-
complaining about Stacy's.
No, not at all. Stacy's.
Yeah, no,
I'm not
I
complaining about chads. Okay?
no, I know what you mean,
Because
Andre.
chats,
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I can't tell if you're making a joke of autism. That's like most of my issues can be blamed on autism because I'm pretty much perfect aside from that. It's not my fault that I'm.
You know, I guess that's true. Yeah, you are pretty much the. Listen up. This is what peak male performance looks like. It might not be popular, but it's true.
Yeah.
And that's you, Andre.
Yeah, that's right. 400 pounds of fat and girth and a micro penis.
There's no way you're even close to 400 pounds.
No, but I did just recently push 360.
What? How much?
360.
360?
I'm kidding. No.
That is impossible. The heaviest I've ever been is
Yeah.
around 300.
The heaviest I've been is around 300, 140.
I don't think
kilos.
you've even been heavier than me, ever.
That depends. I've been 140 kilos, so.
Well, I was like almost 150 at one point.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been that.
So,
But,
you'll never beat my record, Andre. However hard you try.
I might, cause, dude, I might. I got the fucking genetics for morbid obesity in my family. on both
So do I.
sides.
But I've overcome it.
Yeah.
The only thing that's fat now is my massive booty.
And we love it.
Every-
Well, you get the fucking sportsman booty. Like, if you do hockey, American football, like a lot of American sports, you just get a nice ass for some reason.
That's true. People do be loving my booty. It always gets pointed out at parties, and so, it gets some slaps. I get some requests for twerking, and I oblige, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
If I can party with.
a lot of people ask me to sit on them, which I do not oblige. But
Yeah. I was at a fucking party with the hashtag humble brag with a professional hockey team.
Andre, nobody gives a shit about hockey.
No, whatever. I give a shit about hockey. But anyway. Someone just fucking reeled back and slapped my ass full force. And I don't know who.
Nice. Did you like it?
Yeah. No, I fucking... I fucking panicked. And I just like, what the fuck was that? It hurt. Like, it hurt like a bitch.
Well, it just means you gotta work out that gluteus maximus more.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yet again, we get a really fucking verbose conversation between Kermit and Kitty, where they don't really say a whole bunch. They just basically, the gist is that Tails has grown, but he's not ready mentally yet. He does not have the mental fortitude that is needed in order to fight trolls, but he has grown physically and emotionally, having now accepted the death of Sonic and cried about it. That's basically the entire fucking verbose conversation they have here, and this is all intercut with Tails at high speeds flying through the hoops. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
we cut to Sparrow. He says, "Tails, you did it, man. Good fucking job." And then they're,
Hell yeah, that was easy, dude. Say it, man. You gotta say it.
"All right, man. You're fucking awesome."
Yeah, let's fucking party.
And then
I'm a badass robot.
yeah, then Tails. Okay, first of all, when Tails says, "Hey, yeah, let's fucking party," the frame, the focus of the frame is a tree, and then
Yeah.
like on the way side to the right, Tails is like cut in half, and we just see half of Tails for some reason. I do not understand this framing at all.
No.
If for this, where he's like, "Yeah, let's fucking party," it should be like a massive frame of him like triumphantly, with him at center
Raising his
stage.
hands into the air.
Right.
Yeah.
His eyes are also weird because he looks tired when he says it, because he's got his
Yeah.
eyelids down. So he's like, "Yeah, let's fucking party."
Well, I think what it was trying to do was to make him look up, but instead of having his eyelid completely raised, yeah. So I see what you were going for, but when he showed the eyelid, it just looks tired.
Yeah, I get what he was going for there. I do not get the framing though. It's very confusing. And then Tails dances like a robot while saying, "I am a badass robot." And then we get an extremely derpy fucking frame of Spyro looking like a fucking eggplant. He's like an eggplant on top. Like his head is an eggplant, and then his head combined with his body creates an even bigger eggplant.
Yeah.
And he says, "Hell yeah, let's fucking party," looking extremely derpy. And that's him dancing, I guess. And so...
and Hello Kitty joins him.
Right. Hello Kitty joins in. And
then Kermit addresses the fucking raiders. Hello Kitty, your Tails don't realize it yet. Some of the people in the defenders are unstable and not trustworthy. I hope they don't put too much trust in them. That could end disastrous.
Yeah, he just stares...
Again, I can't fucking do it. Kermit Froy's
well,
Kermit the Frog voice.
Kermit the Frog. Yeah, he just stares deeply into the reader's eyes and, opines about the defenders. Very strange choice, but I like it.
He orates to the reader.
Yeah, a soliloquy of sorts.
Yeah.
Although more of a focus on narration, I guess it doesn't really tell us much about the character of Kermit, so it's not technically a soliloquy. It's more of a fourth wall breaking narration moment. Theater.
Yeah, it's like Deadpool.
Theater. Next page.
No, this is Deadpool. Deadpool invented for
yeah, this is a Deadpool moment right here.
I'm kidding.
Yes. Okay, so this is the final page. Here. Kermit saying, "Alright, sorry to cut the party short, but Pac-Man told me that you gotta get through your training real fast. That'd be great. So, gotta cut down on breaks," and, Tails agrees. He's a man with a plan, but not a plan. More like, he's very motivated. He says, "Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I need to train with the rest of the defenders as fast as I can, so who's next?" And Kermit says, "Okay, patience is good, but it's fine that you skip me, so next you'll train with Cheeto Man. He awaits you inside the hideout." And Tails like, "Thanks guys, you're all awesome." And then I fucking love this Kermit's frame where he says this. He says, "Lol, Tails, you don't even know. Cheeto Man is epic. I won't lie about it. But that might be because he smoked way too much weed in his lifetime. You'll like him a lot."
I love the cut to Cheeto Man just being, "It ain't easy being cheesy."
Yeah, that's his introduction. But I just love it is so completely out of character of how Kermit has been shown up to this moment. He just out of nowhere just goes, "Lol, Tails, you don't even know. Cheeto Man is epic."
Yeah, this would be like if all of a sudden a Kung Fu Panda, Jack Black voiced Uruguay for a minute.
Yeah, right. That's a good comparison. Yeah. This should be an iconic frame because I find it hysterical, but
oh yeah, everything you find hysterical is an iconic frame. Fuck off.
No, what? No, it isn't.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
But
I'm being sardonic or whatever the fuck you call it.
That is not being sardonic.
I don't know what sardonic means at all.
It means like sarcastic, but more mean, kind of.
Oh yeah. No, I was being sardonic. I was trying to be sardonic. Failing.
I wouldn't describe that as sardonic. I would describe that as being a bitch. Oh, Andre owned yet again. Pew 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 pew. Kris 5 billion, Andre 0.
So fucking basic. I'm just trying my best to be myself, and you just keep fucking owning me. Why are you so mean? I'm really trying, okay?
Well, Andre, you shouldn't have been a fucking feminist. Pew! Bow, 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 bow. feminist theory. More like dumb. Bow.
Between the two of us, you're feminist.
Hey, feminists, check this out. You say you want equal rights? How can you be equal?
How about equal lefts?
Hey, feminists. Why are you leftists when you all want rights?
Hey, feminists. If you want equal rights, then talk to me like a man. I'll punch you like a man.
Hey, feminists. I beat my wife.
Hey, feminists. I'm gay because women are inferior.
There are genuinely people who think that. I like that.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like conservative
Oh my
gay
God.
people.
Oh my god.
So yeah, get excited for our fucking epic, right-leaning conservative channel that we're gonna create, where we will be uploading lots of like feminist wrecked compilations, and we're gonna dispute those fucking commies and all those lefty talking points with like epic guitar music. We're gonna have on country music stars. They're gonna dude, the guy who made the Let's Go Brandon song, he's our first interview. We love that guy. So yeah, we're also gonna make some
we
epic.
go fucking in with Shoe Head and Jordan Peterson.
Sean is a lefty.
I know, but Shoe Head is a lefty in the same capacity as most people with common sense.
She's a
So
left.
any any fringe leftist group thinks she's a Nazi.
That is not true.
Not like fringe, like those psycho lefties. Like she's not left enough for a lot of them. So
Well, I don't know. She's very lefty nowadays. She's practically communist.
yeah, she's always been. Well, yeah, sure, but she's not like one of those.
Well, no. Back in the day,
Yeah,
she
she's
used to be like very on the feminist wrecked compilation type
Well,
content.
well, sure, but she's always been a lefty. Like she's always described herself as a
Well,
lefty.
She probably, believes she has, but she definitely got sucked into that right-leaning rabbit hole, as we all did at that point.
Yeah.
But yes, get excited. We're gonna also have some epic song parodies where we make pop songs all about like cool right talking points. So it's gonna be literally fucking epic, dude.
Anyway, should we just fucking continue this page? There's like only an epic. Holy shit! Meanwhile, left.
Yes. So meanwhile, we get back to the Troll Slaiyers, who are fighting each other in order to learn each other's fighting styles. And Shadow, he is not content with this. He's saying there's too much holding back. This is not good training. But Hulk is like, no, it's just to check out people's fighting styles, so you don't have to take it that seriously. And everybody's loving it. Vector's like, oh my god, this is so much fun. We should do this more often. And Bowser's like, yeah, I know what you mean. And I love this like weird implied fighting where everybody's like off to the side of the frame and like implied punching somebody.
Standing around.
Right. You don't get to see anybody actually fighting each other.
Knuckles is fucking popcorn.
Right.
Just observing this shit. So
yeah,
that's probably why Shadow's pissed.
He has a Joker moment where he says, "Hey Shadow, why so serious? I got Amy to go home, so there's no need to look cool now."
Serious. She's mine. Why so serious?
Right.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Yeah, so sexist fucking Knuckles treating Amy as an object, saying,
Well,
Amy is his now after Sonic's passing.
well, hear me out.
What?
Alright, shut up. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Dude, shut up. Stop interrupting.
Yeah.
Shut up. Alright, hear me out. Stop it. Okay, I hear you thinking. Hear me out. Dude, shut up. Listen. Okay, dude.
This is a good. This is a good bit, Andre.
Hear me out. You're right though.
That'd be a great. That'd be a great debate tactic. You should try to debate somebody and just keep going like that.
Just fucking arguing Ben Shapiro. Okay, dude, hear me out. Dude, bruh, dude, listen. Okay, dude, stop.
I'm hearing you out.
Shut up, listen.
I'm hearing out. Yes, tell us. They'd get so pissed, I think.
And then just when they get really pissed, like, dude, come on. Oh, well, you're too emotional. I'm not gonna say it anymore.
I'm not gonna say it now.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a fucking achievement to get Ben Shapiro so pissed off he can just say, dude, calm down. You're too emotional. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Weirdly emotional for the facts don't care about your feelings guy. Bam, wreck.
Hey, Ben Shapiro has some several points, dude.
What?
Exactly.
So yeah, I was just gonna say again, Black Shadows. Love it. I like the Black Shadows on good old Bowser here, and the Black Shadows on Knuckles.
Yeah.
I also love the combination of black and red. It looks great. So
Fuck yeah.
more Black Shadows on Knuckles, please, Laserbot. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we get a zoom in on a semi-pissed expression of Shadow, and then we get.
Well, I mean, is Shadow anything but pissed? That's just default.
Yeah, it doesn't look more pissed than he usually does. And then it's a zoom in on Bowser's smiling face, saying, "We should work on team moves and combos." And then the final frame of this chapter is just Shadow's hand.
Right, so this chapter should have ended on "It ain't easy being cheesy."
Well, yes, because the next chapter just continues this scene here. Even though the fucking Shadow hand, if you look up the page of the next chapter, is apropos of nothing. There's nothing implied by that hand, so I don't know what's the deal with the hand.
What's the deal with Shadow's hand?
What's the deal with Shadow's hand? I mean, it didn't amount to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I'm a hack.
Whoa. Oh my heck.
I don't know. I've heard his Comedians in Cars show is good.
It is fun, but it's not because of him. It's mostly because the comedians.
All right. Because he's a funny guy. He can be funny.
Sure. I like his show. I don't think his stand-up is that good. It's really.
His stand-up?
It's like, yeah, just like I've tried seeing his specials, and they don't fucking do it for me. Like it's so.
Well, you would know. You're the stand-up guy. I wouldn't be able to discern bad from good stand-up. I find it mostly annoying.
Well, I mean, you like Bill Burr, right? Like his stand-up can be good when he just starts ranting because he makes himself legit angry.
I like it to an extent, but it's like, I don't know. He still tells jokes. I'm just not a fan of the act of going up on stage and telling jokes. There's something just like entirely unfunny about that to me, and I know it's my problem, but
yeah, sure. I mean, that's just you being very strange about that.
I know. I realize it is strange. I don't know. There's just a disconnect for me when suddenly, when somebody's up on a stage doing a joke, all eyes on him, humor ceases to happen, and my mouth is a fucking line. And barely even crack a smile for an entire stand-up, especially. Even though, things they say might be funny, I'm just incapable of laughing. I don't know why.
It's such a fucking weird hang-up.
Yeah. I don't even understand
To
it.
me,
I do love
Yeah.
Kaufman. So
well, okay, we need to end this. Okay.
yeah.
So next time on Tailskits Podcast, some more anti-stand-up.
That's not how I talk.
That is how you talk on Tailskits Podcast.
Tailskits Troll. Tailskits Troll. Tailskits Troll. Tailskits Troll. I really wanna troll.